Okay, also, I will die on this hill. I
900
don't care
subs!
what... What?
I'm at 900 subs!
Congrats, Russell.
Yo! That's sick.
Why are you dropping?
I'm 99 left away!
From getting fully actually monetized.
Yeah!
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Super exciting, Russell. Congrats.
Extra. Okay, she'll generate. Oh yeah, my friend said to use the.
Bro, and then like 10 years from the future, I'm gonna make a cringy video about how, oh, my journey to 1000 was the only time I had fun on YouTube.
I will actually pray on your downfall if you do that.
Yeah.
I will actually. The only time I'll prey on a YouTuber or streamer's
you know what?
downfall is when they say that content creation is harder than a 9-to-5 job.
Or
No,
I'm gonna
it's
say
not.
I'm gonna say that.
No, that is the stupidest thing
Depends
you
on the
could say.
I'm gonna
9-to-5
say
job.
that just to spite you.
Does
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, it does. Because a 9-to-5 job is not like the average is absolutely worse, right? Like,
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but it also depends on the YouTuber, because if you like are a Minecraft YouTuber, but you build stuff, right? And you only post like once every 6 months, yeah, your life's gonna suck more than if you just went to a 9-to-5, because you're doing it wrong. You need to post more often, right?
Hmm.
I forgot a booster.
There we go. I'm victim blaming now. Wait. What mission is this? What mission type is this?
Destroy illuminate ships.
It's Blitz.
To kill all the things.
Blow up everything.
Sorry, the machine gun sentry has a 77 second cooldown.
Yeah.
What the frick? When the frick did that happen?
It
Did what?
happened when it happened.
Isn't it always?
Sorry, what happened? Hey, wait!
I-
You guys are wearing the same armor, but one's reskinned.
I'm not.
I don't think we have enough to afford
maybe I
our
am, I don't know.
Nautilus shells.
Okay, yeah, going back to the hill I will die on.
Okay.
Honey is vegan.
Honey,
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
you're eating the. I crashed. I crashed this time. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Mathis, it is not your computer. It is 100% the Illuminates.
I was gonna
Maybe
say.
that's one of the. Maybe that's
It's
one of the
not
things with the
vegan.
Illuminate is they purposely have them crash people.
I was gonna say, I remember someone we were playing with when the Illuminates first happened was having massive problems.
Oh, that was me.
Me.
Okay, I felt like it was multiple people, but every time we tried Illuminates in the past, I felt like people were always having problems. So I think it's just, sounds like they still haven't necessarily fixed the Illuminate planets, per se, really.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna force my game to shut down. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna uninstall a bunch of.
It's mine working and your guys' isn't.
Oh, AMR, I missed you.
No! Coolest rifle backpack? If I knew I had a
I'm
backpack.
3 hours. No, not even 3. I'm like 2 hours and 20 minutes
Good
away
job,
from
McGee.
having 400
Thank you.
hours. total.
Alright, we got oh wow. We got a couple more ships to destroy. We can do this, boys.
Yeah, we could do this.
I knew the recoilless rifle had a backpack, I wouldn't have grabbed it.
Oh.
But
Heavy
that's a
encampment?
lot.
I destroyed like half the ships in here. I think there's only
Breaker
like 2
spray
left.
and pray is much better than the incendiary when dealing with the voteless.
I still say the better guns are the ones that just the shock damaged ones.
This
for
one is much
Illuminates.
easier to hit voteless with just because it's a spread shot.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember.
Not super credits.
That's not fair. I should be able to do this.
Life isn't fair, Russell.
I think. Nope, I'd already caught an angel.
Okay, wait.
fish.
Okay,
Dang it.
okay. That's gonna be something I share a different day.
Can you guys stop smacking me, please?
No, I can't, McCain. It's too much fun smacking you.
Ethan's not even playing.
Which Ethan? Ethan, or Ethan?
I said Steven.
Oh, you're right. He's not.
Yay! You guys completed the mission. I
No,
did
it's
nothing.
I totally heard Ethan too as well.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed my Windows key.
Actually.
Oh, right on us? What the flip? What the flip,
Bullet
Russell?
rifle time.
What the frappuccino?
Oh well.
Okay, let's take out the cognitive
Hey, I'm standing on
disruptor.
top of a Tesla a Cybertruck.
I mean, isn't that about all they're useful for? Is using as feet rest? Anyways?
Trash cans as well.
Okay,
pretty
fair
good.
enough.
Crap.
Not hit a single person with this reclosed rifle. I'm dead.
No, you're not dead. You're Colby.
That is so hard for me to do.
Not kick
There we
me when I
go.
make
My
awful dad
cognitive
jokes.
congestion is gone.
I want to be dead. You gotta put on my tombstone, it was all his fault. But don't put a name, just put his.
Oh, is
No,
that a
it's
Sam
all
site?
your fault, and then put, you know who you are.
Dude, I'm gonna have on my tombstones. I'm just gonna have like I never pay taxes or something. I committed tax fraud.
Hey. Okay,
Fun.
I gotta rewatch
Regularly
Daniel's
committed.
video because now I gotta see where he put the counter sniper.
Ah!
No
Voteless.
clue.
Get out of here, Voteless.
What the
Be
flick?
dead.
Why is no one helping me?
If I'm putting something
be
on my
helping
gravestone that's like,
Are you kidding me?
There you are. I'm coming, McCain.
if I'm putting something great on my gravestone, it's gonna be R.I.P. in pieces.
There you are.
R.I. pieces.
No, R.I.P. in pieces.
Rest in peace in pieces.
Yep.
Why can't I kill this thing? Does the Quasar cannon not actually one-shot the harvesters?
No, it
Yes
doesn't.
or no or maybe
Nothing
so.
does.
I activated the terminal.
Okay,
I'm
sweet.
on the way.
What?
I don't
on
even
the way
know where
there,
R.I.P. in
Yes!
pieces comes from
The
anymore.
like upper
but it's
leg.
before your guys' time to some degree.
It does, but like it's
You wanna
not.
stim me?
No, I do not want to stim you, McCain. I want you
Wait,
to
where
die.
are you, McCain? Oh,
We did
you're
it.
not close to me.
There's shit. Oh yeah, I don't have my recoilless rifle anymore.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa! Blew up the car.
Sweet.
No, no, no.
Where are you guys? Are we going to?
I am
try
fishing
to
from
purge
up
the
here
rest
is where
of
I'm
the-
at, Colby.
Are we gonna purge the rest of Illuminate, or are we leaving?
No, we're fishing. That's what we're doing.
Here's my
And I
recoilless
was killed by
rifle.
Colby.
What? Oh, sorry.
All right.
That was my
Potentially.
aggressive turrets.
All right, we should
Yay.
probably.
29.
Let's take out. Well, we got a second SAM site, guys. Let's take that online.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
heading
heading there. I'm
towards
heading there.
that.
Get it! Stop! Do you guys know what personal space is? Like, the bugs are better at it than you guys. And you guys were once voters, so you know everything about personal space. Get out of my face.
I saw.
But what happens
Hey,
if
they
they
just-
don't
they
want to
really-
get out of your
Oh, wait,
face,
no,
Russell?
That's not happening.
Dang.
Okay, now I am back to full gear. Let's go.
Oh, I wish I brought my.
Okay, I'm gonna go for
I
that.
am doing this.
All right, I activated the terminal.
I got a rare sample.
Okay, but guys, do you know why honey is vegan?
It's made by bees. Bees make it. It doesn't come out.
These
of
aren't
them. They
animals.
make it.
These aren't animals.
No, they are animals.
insects.
Well,
Insects are a type of animal. What the frick?
yeah.
No, yeah.
Humans are.
But anyways,
Well, wait, no, but
the
that's
reason-
undemocratic.
Get it?
Evilly labeling them an animal.
What? No, bees are literally the perfect example of a democratic animal.
Bees?
Yeah, they
You know what? I
literally
think
hold
it's fair.
election and vote.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Like again, that's why we have it as the Utah state animal.
We're gonna have a long talk with our
Oh.
democracy officer, and we're like, it was bees. We weren't talking about terminids. Don't worry.
No, terminids are the exact opposite. Like I'm talking about bees.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
They were born on
absolutely,
Earth,
absolutely,
and they are
absolutely.
democratic.
Absolutely.
Oh frick. Hey, so
Dude.
I need to make a way out. If you guys want to join me.
No, that's where.
These guys act like they're the
You,
space police for some reason.
Okay,
I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
Is. No.
Yeah, you might want to stay back.
No, I don't want to stay back. I want to go catch it. An
Dealing with
identified fish
overseers
object.
is so easier now with the AMR.
Bro, that is so beautiful. love
Well,
that
I don't know how
explosion.
else to get past these walls. So
You
Blow
just
'em
blew
up,
up a wall
McCain.
with that?
yeah, I did. I
we're in a
tried to use
swamp
my.
biome. I didn't even realize until we got out of the city. Hey, Ben.
Also-
Don't you... This guy's been
Did they
wanting
try
to touch
following
me for-
us?
Oh, orbital walking barrage. Hey, I have something too.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay, let's see what my upgrades cost.
Oh,
right
and you-
now.
Oh, the 380's not close enough. No.
Oh, it's not. Dang it.
15,000 for those now. Dang it, fishing buddies. Why do
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
making
to be
my
so
way
expensive?
around.
I'm making
So I
my
can
way
start.
downtown.
Walking
10 more
slow.
seconds.
Dang, I put my turn the
Making
wrong
my way
Found a medal.
up, down, walking slow, moving. I don't know.
No, that's a perfect way. You continued it perfectly.
I think I got it. Oh no, I didn't. I was
Dang
like,
it.
if my grenade was that accurate to the point where it went for the weaknesses specifically, that would have been awesome.
Can you get the
I love my mortar. Doing so good. Ouch! Almost killed me. Nope, I'm getting out of here.
Got it.
Nice.
This is a super hell dive.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
Illuminate
easier than
don't
the
feel
other
much
one.
different.
Yeah,
in all
no.
honesty.
And
Okay,
I
so we-
believe we just finished everything. So,
right, let's head
besides
to
clearing the rest
extraction.
of that,
There's a supply beacon at extraction. Just letting y'all
Come
know.
here, stalker.
Robot. I think you're safe.
Harvester. Whatever it's called. Get
Oh.
over here. I gotta blow you to smother.
I even dived into the path that it was going in. I'm literally just the chosen one because of the plot armor. I literally just conveniently fell off the cliff, just barely there, and avoided the laser that was directly on me.
2 seconds
Like,
later dies. Now
I
that
am
he's
the I am
bragging.
him. I am the chosen one.
Can you guys hurry?
No, I can't hurry.
No.
Fishing is too much fun.
That's for thinking you're John Helldiver. It's undemocratic.
All right.
I have no stims. Thank you.
Don't die.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
Oh, that stalker is not getting any closer. That harvester, I mean. Whatever it's called. It does not
Maybe you're.
Robot, back up, back up. There's a hell bomb in between us. Okay, you're
not
clean.
anymore.
Oh crap.
We should play Lethal Company on Thursday.
I won't be.
I'm down.
I'm down.
I might
'Cause
be
I'm playing a
down.
different
A different game.
horror game.
Oh yeah.
Work. Life.
There's a game. There's a game I would want to pitch to you
Kingdom
guys,
Hearts?
but I need to research.
We're
the
gonna
cost and
play.
stuff.
We're gonna play Nuclear Nightmare again.
No, it's like
Dang.
I distinctly remember you guys had a pretty bad time due to how
McCain hated
early
that game.
access it is right now.
oh, McCain. How badly do you hate Nuclear Nightmare?
Not really.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
That's kind of what I'm
I
feeling.
know.
What
I
the
know
frick
what game
was that?
McCain truly. I know what game McCain truly hates. It's golf with your friends.
Okay. I didn't realize you were
No!
gonna kill him.
No, wait, Colby's perfectly fine. Sorry.
I'm dead.
Sorry, Colby. Why did I say that? That's a Freudian slip there, guys. I don't want Colby rezzed. I was gonna be like crying about it. I was like, no, it's perfectly fine. Colby's dead.
Wow, thanks, guys.
Best case scenario, Colby is dead. That's what I'm hearing.
In game.
Yes, obviously.
In game.
If you say so.
Hey, wait, I haven't gotten to use this. Oh! My life flashed before my eyes. I used the secondary, the ultimatum, and this guy just like walked up into my face and blew up, like.
So yes, it literally
But
flashed in front
instead
of
of me
your
blowing up,
eyes.
it just popped. It
Objective
just popped my
completed.
field.
Purge Illuminate. We barely got that.
That's so funny.
Oh, wait, what? No, we did that.
I blame McCain for
There
leaving
was a Seaf
unfinished
artillery?
objectives.
We gotta stop spending
This is-
so much time in the
Okay, look.
city.
This is fine because it's a super hell dive. You do super hell dive to have fun. Sometimes.
It was good. Maybe versus the
That
Illuminates,
did
I
not
could have
feel
fun.
like a super hex dive
but-
though. That felt like a suicide mission. Like that felt like level
Oh,
7.
the level, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That's not in Germany, right? No.
No Russian.
No. Wait, maybe.
Oh, why Nintendo?
What did they do this time?
You know their life-size plushes.
What?
Yeah.
Do you know the most recent one?
Oh, get more kills than me.
Do you know what
And
the
all
most
of you
recent?
were.
Do you know what the most
Let's
recent
do it
one
on
is, Mathis?
Turret every time.
What?
Is it Vaporeon?
No, if it was, I would buy one. But
still
anyways,
Hmm.
it's Gardevoir.
Oh, I
What?
thought you were gonna say Olimar.
God of War?
No, Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir? Gardevoir?
Oh,
The Pokemon.
Okay,
I
I'm
know-
closing Instagram for the night.
Probably a
plan.
good idea.
Hey, do you guys want to hear a funny story?
Your mom?
So, in the 60s, a guy went out drinking to a bar with his friends, and he literally, while he was drunk, he legit told his friends that he could land a plane next to the bar on the road. And his friends
Oh,
didn't
no.
believe him, so he totally went to the airport while drunk, stole an airplane, and managed to take off and then land the plane right outside the bar. And then, years later, he's telling this story to a guy, and the guy doesn't believe him. So he does it again.
That is a pretty
Look
good
what
story.
9/11 took from us.
Yeah.
You didn't believe that I would
How
hit the
does he
first one?
steal a
I'm gonna
plane
hit
from
the
the
second
airport twice? Twice!
This was
While
before, again,
drunk!
you know, 01.
Yes, yes, I know.
This is
60 years
how
ago.
we did it.
Naturally, it'd be between that. I gotta get a drink. I got another. Gotta get another.
You gotta
I
get a
don't
stutter.
understand the words you said.
Okay, look, that's part of my videos that I just stuttered. Chris literally made fun of it. Just like, dude, you need to go back here and learn English. I was like, no, I don't need to learn English. I need to go back to my. I was trying to say.
I know. That was so I do like I genuinely enjoy your videos. So I actually purposely watch them and like pay attention. And yeah, that
was
was
so
I think one
close.
of my favorite parts of the second to most
most
recent
recent,
video was just your like stutter.
Yeah, the best part about that video is that all of the jokes weren't written.
I
Like,
believe it.
We didn't stage any of them.
I believe
Like-
it. Honestly, I feel like personally, I feel like it's a lot better to not have, at least for the most part, have nothing written and just take it and fly and make
Oh yeah.
stuff funny. Because trying to write funny stuff, at least in my opinion, can really backfire because then it's like, oh, this is just stage, so it's really not that funny in the end.
You know what? I'm gonna bring this. I don't know how effective this is gonna be, but I haven't really tried it out.
It once shots overseers.
Okay, nice. But
'Cause,
my
yeah.
barrage didn't really work, so I'm gonna bring this.
Yeah, my
Bring the
experience has
walking
been
barrage
every
instead.
time I figure out something is like completely staged, it just I lose all interest in like the channel if it's a staging a channel.
Well, if you're gonna if you're gonna stage something, do it like how I did my 2-minute video and make it
Yeah.
so that it's a joke that
Yeah.
you want to tell.
It's a joke, but
not,
don't make it your
actually be
only,
good at writing.
or be good at writing
Yeah.
and
Like
realistic with your writing.
Stampy is a prime example.
Who? Stampy?
Longhead?
Yeah, like the Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Okay.
only one that hasn't done typical Minecraft YouTuber things. Like, go into a really bad music career.
I'm gonna say right now, he is not the only one. Who
I think
I'm
Dan's
pretty-
TDM is the other one.
I'm pretty
Captain
sure
Sparkles.
Sparkles is clean.
Captain
I
Sparkles
know
is 100%
that Grian
clean.
is good right now. Although he did swear
Tommy
a
in it,
whole
though.
bunch. Tommy in it? No. He's already been in like 3 controversies.
But wasn't it all, like, on the opposite end of Drain?
Yeah, and like he's been the victim in all 3 times, but people made him out to be the oppressor for some reason.
Wait,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
Either way, he's been
Fox
part.
dead?
Yeah, like he's been part of stuff. That's why I like Jordan's Captain Sparkles so much. Is he like? There's never been anything he's been
Hold on.
slightly.
I'm gonna
part of.
pause for a second. I'm going to
Mr. Devious.
I'm gonna watch
My
Daniel.
game crashed.
Again.
No.
We're not
my-
even. We're
my
not
screen-
even on the planet yet.
My screen went black, and I turned on my monitor off and on again. It's not a monitor issue; it's a PC issue.
Is
Well,
your
you're still
drivers
in
up
call.
to date?
I was about to say double check
Yeah, I
your
could
drivers.
talk to you guys. I don't know what's going on with my PC, but my screen
Did you
went
update
black.
your drivers?
Weird.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, McCain, you know you have an
Hold-
easier way to
I'm
go
gonna
and
watch the video
at some
and-
point help Mathis check his drivers. So I'm gonna leave that
Okay,
in your
so
hands.
basically, do you know what your graphics card is? I don't hear Mr. Devious.
He died.
Maybe he restarted?
I mean, Captain Sparkles has made a ton of music and had a music channel called Marin Music for a while, but that it's not crappy music in my opinion. It's actually pretty good stuff. But yeah, he's been part of not a single controversy that I'm aware of ever. When I was younger, his content was definitely less family friendly than it is now, but that was just because YouTube didn't force him to be either.
Oh, yeah.
He started YouTube in an era that YouTube making money was unheard of to begin with, and then when it started being a thing, he was still going.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. I'm tired.
Well, don't be tired.
What? I don't know.
Either...
I think it's near the end of the month. Well, if it is, then I can spend my
Oh,
Okay.
good job, buddy. You caught a fish.
Good plan. I should be able to check some things. You can just check how much I sent you. Yes. That's genius. No gold! Wait! Sorry. Pop-ups.
And everyone went silent.
Yeah. I think we're probably going to call it here, because Colby's saying he's tired, Mathis is having technical issues.
Yeah. Honestly, good with
Robot
me
dipped.
as
Not
well.
to mention, I got work tomorrow anyhow, so I wanna do my bedtime routine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, wait, no, Matt. Mr. Devious is back. What the frick?
Metas, will you be able to join us?
I don't know what's going on, but there's two types of crashes. One where the game boots me out and like a Sony window pops up saying like, oh, the game crashed, and then you press accept and report. That's a Sony issue.
Yeah, that one.
I've never had that.
The other one, however, is where my screen just goes completely black, and I can still hear you guys and talk to you guys, but the game has crashed.
That one's a driver's crash, so...
Yeah, so... yeah. So, Mathis, my recommendation... find out what your graphics card is, and then you gotta go online and search up the drivers, which is essentially the software that runs the graphics card, and make sure that is completely up to date.
Mm-hmm. Most at least with my card through AMD, they have it I have it auto installer updater installed that automatically checks. That way I don't have to go and online each and every time. I'd assume any graphics card modern day is going to have something similar. So once you
they're
get
also
your
usually
graphics
pretty
card,
easy.
you can...
Yeah, they're pretty easy to find as long as you know the basically exact model of the card.
Yeah.
So for NVIDIA, if it's one of the, essentially you
Mine's
look for the series and then look if
mine's a 4060.
is it like a TI Super, because they have a couple different variants.
I don't think it's a TI.
Then if it's just a normal 4060, let's see if I can I should be able to find it real quick.
Nvidia is apparently ticking people off so much right now with their graphics cards.
Oh! Are you guys gonna actually play, or I don't know. I'm just waiting. I don't have anything good to watch on TV, so I finished frickin' Primeval and Invincible and.
Have you ever watched the? What is it? Let me look it up real quick, because I got a suggestion for you.
There is the driver's site straight from NVIDIA. Product category, I believe. Yeah,
Welcome
RTX.
back.
Shut.
Right?
Not you. My. Okay. Colby,
Order-
I got a suggestion for you. You may have watched it, but have you ever watched The Disastrous Life of Psyche K?
Nope.
Hard recommendation. If you like anime stuff, that's a really good one that I really enjoy.
Nice. Do you know what streaming service that may be on?
It's
If
on Netflix, is where I normally watch it.
Hey, Foxhead.
Yeah. Party series. I have a 460.
I found it for you. So if you just want to click a link. Boom.
McCain, I'm already on this website.
Oh. Oh well. That was helpful.
No. Definitely not. Not in the slightest. You're never that.
Yeah,
McCain,
that's
helpful?
cool.
Never.
What do you think, Robot?
About what?
Do you think I'm useful?
Do you think you're useful?
There's a difference between useful and helpful. You are useful. Helpful? Nah,
Okay.
never.
It gives me two drivers, a studio driver and a game-ready driver. Which one should I download?
Wait, so
What
what's
do
the
you think-
context?
Okay.
What are you useful
so
for?
Do game ready. Because you play games.
Okay, download the game driver, I guess.
Yes, correct. Games driver is definitely what you want.
I'm gonna be watching a YouTube video. I just got a PSA on don't drink and drive.
Oh, that's lame.
But you don't drink and drive.
Wait, no,
You're-
that's a good thing. What the frick?
Oh, this is crazy. Both of my videos are still doing darn well.
By the way, you gonna make a Sea of Thieves video for the tameable Megalodon?
Probably eventually.
Well, the update comes out here in like a week.
Yeah, so yeah, I think my all right. Let me see.
Since we Russell,
Because Sea of Thieves is something that I am considering uninstalling again.
Makes sense.
All right, filters.
I thought we
it-
literally installed it so we could play together.
we did, and then we did play together.
Not really. It was like one time.
Interruption network error. What does that mean?
View counts.
Sounds alright.
Man.
the one thing I can think of for the interrupted connection error thing, Mathis,
dude.
is
Okay, look.
depending on
The
size.
the
but I
stuff
don't-
even with Sea of
or
Thieves.
internet went down for a second, or I don't know. But sorry for interrupting, Russell. Go for it.
What is happening?
Apparently, there's gonna be another Sony State of Play tomorrow. You guys ready for them to announce Concord 2 Electric Boogaloo?
I hope they do.
I don't care.
There's a new guy called John Anti-Cheat.
Oh, I love Johnny Anti-Cheat.
I've seen a few of his shorts on YouTube.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have any dirty, rotten feeders on your vessel, do you?
Which I think is great. Like, I hope he's on it. He's genuinely an admin or something, because that would make it even better.
No, he's just a player.
Okay. Well, you can play a game but still be an admin.
Okay, this is like really awkward. People who are dedicated Sea of Thieves streamers get less views than I do, except Theb.
Oh, really?
And Rare hates Theb. Like they want they have.
My video comes out at 10:30, so in 15 minutes, I'll be back.
Okay. Sounds good. Ooh,
That's interesting.
this is gonna be...
No, I'm out of water.
Come on.
I'll be right back.
I don't think I'm catching this fish. Maybe just barely? Yes, just barely.
I'm only looking at stuff of all the videos that came out this week, and none of them broke 40K. So they're still an audience, right?
Yeah,
and
so
it's still
apparently
something I
one
could
thing
do right
that
now,
NVIDIA's
but
doing
it's not
I'm
something
talking
that I
about
can
doing it for the
sustainable.
next update.
is they're basically making the 40
Yeah, it could,
series
yeah.
graphics cards unavailable so that people have to buy the 50 series. They basically do this all the time.
Sorry, what graphics card? Give me a reason to switch to AMD, because I think I'm just gonna switch to AMD.
My
Hello?
graphics card is still going strong. I got it in 2020, and for like half a year to a year, we used it pretty consistently for
Wait, 2020?
Bitcoin
That means it's
online.
like a 30 series at like most, I think.
Biggest
If it's
reason-
Nvidia.
it's
biggest reason
AMD.
probably just
That's what
AMD.
NVIDIA.
It's AMD. Okay.
AMD. My card is still going extremely strong, and I've
Okay,
had it
the
since
question
for
is-
5 years now, almost.
Do you hate Windows or NVIDIA more? If you hate Windows more, keep the NVIDIA card. If you hate NVIDIA more, get an AMD.
Right. So
Did you
what?
say
what
AMD has
I
problems
don't.
now?
I'm already on Windows 11. I've been on Windows 11 for like ages right now.
Yeah, but what I mean is, if you ever plan on switching to Linux, AMD tends to struggle on there, from what I've been seeing.
Did you see the thing where
Yeah, I
technically
probably
Valve-
won't though.
Did you see the thing where Valve technically has it where you can basically
I
build your
will.
own Steam OS PC right now?
So, what do you want?
Yeah. So I was doing research on Linux, and I was seeing a lot of people saying, like, right now the Steam OS really is just, unless it's coming with a device specifically built for it, if you're just a aftermarket consumer, it's really just not the best idea. It's better to go with another Linux for the time
There
being.
is some pretty good ones, though.
I will say though, SteamOS has really worked hard to try and get games compatible with Linux, because not a lot of games are, and SteamOS has proved that games can be.
Mhm.
The only thing I've seen that SteamOS doesn't do is on the computer side is you cannot connect a printer to SteamOS.
Honestly, my opinion, that makes sense. Most people who are using a PC for gaming, who are using
Wait,
Steam
excuse me.
OS, are going to be using it for gaming.
Yeah.
This guy, yeah, like John Anti-Cheat, he started like a year ago, and is almost 100K.
I love
Gaming
Johnny
voice
Cheat.
actor, bug fantasy.
Oh, is Red? No, why did Red leave?
He said he'd be back at like 10:30, McCain.
Oh, he's a Twitch channel. Yeah, okay. No, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
video, I'm going to be talking about some stuff so, just get right into it. This gun, I originally thought was fun. I didn't think that it was supposed to be medium armor translated, and Arrowhead Devs confirmed that it was supposed to.
Apparently, also, McCain, there's been rumors surfacing where Valve is making another Steam controller. I don't know if it's going to look like the last one, but apparently, yeah, a new Steam controller is in mass production.
Ooh, sweet.
There's been rumors lately that Valve wants to make more Steam machines since they got SteamOS running. Alright, I got the driver installed. It's done installing, so...
Should have a little bit of a better time now.
For the the driver's installed, but have you actually like got it to update your drivers as of yet? Because there's a difference there. Normally to actually update the drivers to the newest driver that you install, it actually requires a complete computer restart. And maybe you have, and I just didn't register, but...
It looks like the driver is updated.
Okay.
It says the driver is in the newest version, which was from January 30th of this year.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! Yo!
One is that the speed rate factor is no longer effective. So the speed rate factor is
Hey, with our lethal company, we can actually do a pretty good mod pack now.
so this gun will always have lowest
Because everyone
and now for the
is on PCs now, I think.
Yeah, I used to be on Steam Deck.
Yeah, you
so-
were on Steam Deck and Colby
Sometimes I
was
need
on just
laptop.
a crappy computer, but yeah, now I think everyone who would join.
Sometimes I had to use my laptop, and that was a nightmare because of how bad it ran.
Yeah.
optimization strictly states that Helldivers come out of the Hell Pod fully stocked on ammo, grenades, and stims. Because of this change, they made an exception and made it so that it isn't working properly according to its description, and that bugs me. I don't think it nerfs the gun. Both of these changes do not nerf the gun in any significant way. By nerfing the
I do think it is a dumb thing for Nvidia to do to take away the 40 series so that they can only make people buy the 50 series. Because what if people want to budget a bit? I have a 4060 and it's not bad. It runs games really good.
Well, the biggest issue, in all honesty, is the fact that a 30 series still costs the exact same as a 50 series.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Like, if you buy a brand new card, people still sell it for the same price. So, like, even, like, yeah, it sucks.
I like how Apple is in denial how iPhones have worse depreciation than car models. That's like so bad, and like Apple doesn't even realize it. They're just in constant denial. There's just like, guys, it's the new iPhone. You guys need to get the new iPhone so people could see you have the latest and greatest. It's like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my iPhone 12 mini.
I am happy not having an Apple product.
And that's about all I have to say on this stuff. I really hope you like the video, and if you like this type of content,
For the main reason that with Apple, you are paying for the name rather than paying for the quality more than anything.
Exactly.
and subscribe if you enjoy my type of content. It really helps a lot, and I really
Honestly, I'm glad Apple still exists because it's at least somewhat keeping Samsung trying to improve as well. If Apple were to suddenly just die, Samsung would probably just stagnate.
McCain, did you see the new article that just came out? I did not see this. Apparently,
Hey,
hold on. Apparently, Valve is banning games on Steam that are forcing players to watch advertisements.
Good.
Oh, thank goodness.
So,
Yeah,
if any
it's,
future EA games have ads in them, Valve will probably ban them.
Like what kind of ads? Like actual
Like actual ads.
If games have actual advertisements in them, Valve is banning them.
That's good. If you pay for a game, or even if you're playing it,
that is
for
good.
free.
But like, how's their gambling lawsuit going?
With Counter-Strike?
Yeah. I
have
don't know
no
if
idea.
I don't know if it's a new lawsuit actually. They just got called out recently. I think
Valve
this
has been doing a lot of shady stuff with Counter-Strike. Like, everybody knows how shady that
It's
whole thing is.
entirely
Hey,
because
in
of how
March
much
I'm
money it
able to
makes.
gamble in other states.
It's it's not like it is an entire empire of like people making millions off of it, and Valve just letting them do it because they
Yeah.
all
They make more money if the gambling addicts like just they can get skins off of Counter-Strike, right?
like the content creators who do it. They're not going to stop because they make money off of it. And Valve has literally, people have asked them, where's the money like that from all this? And they literally said, we don't know where it is. When they have told
They,
in the
they,
past,
they don't
we
they
have
don't
good data. We keep track of everything. So where's the money?
well look, listen. So the gambling money is not going to Valve. Like I don't think Valve gets a cut of it, but
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yep. That's
They're
how
getting
the
money
market
from this.
works.
There's no way they're not.
Well, no.
Well,
But
that's because
they're selling they're selling the thing, right? They are selling the thing that people are using to gamble, right? Like
So,
they're selling
Let me
the.
explain how it works.
Okay.
So the Steam Marketplace for essentially Counter-Strike, you can buy cases and you can buy keys. For each case, you require a key to open it. You can earn these in-game, but it takes a long time, is why people buy them. But if you earn a case or a key, you can go onto the Steam Marketplace and sell it, or trade it. Now, if you sell it, a small cut of that goes to Valve. So, again, like a small amount of money you will make will end up going back to Valve. And this is how these this is why Valve doesn't do anything.
Well,
It's
but
because these
that's
gambling
using.
companies cycle that money back to Valve.
Okay, wait,
So they still keep a massive cut.
but
of
that's going. Is that
30%.
going through the Steam Marketplace or the third-party app?
The third-party app is an extension of the Steam Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
So the third-party app is essentially like it's an extension that's outside of it,
Because
but it
from my
still needs to
understanding,
cycle into the Steam Marketplace.
Yeah.
So Valve
I'll link the. Wait, I already did. I linked the CoffeeZilla video talking about it.
Yeah, and that's why like Valve doesn't do anything. Is they have gone after like a couple of gambling things in the past, but that is because they weren't making money and they just didn't want it. But when it comes to this, they make money. They have incentive to keep it. Because basically, as people trade and, sell stuff, that money goes back to Valve. Gamblers are still the people running the casinos are still the ones taking, the majority of the money.
Yeah, because
But
gamblers
Valve-
are ultimately the victims, especially
Yep.
if they're kids.
Yeah, so Valve needs to spend nothing, and they make massive amounts of money off of it. Because people buy, like, a whole bunch of cases and keys to go ahead and gamble with.
Yeah. So
And,
the thing I was originally going to say is that it's pretty, it's late for me. I still gotta get up a little bit early tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I was already
I'm gonna-
planning on getting off because I got
Yeah,
work.
I'm gonna call it here.
Russell, before you do
Yeah?
head out, would you be willing to throw a mod pack together for Lethal Company?
Oh, maybe.
Just like everyone's on PCs now, And so anyone
could
who
totally
would
do it.
join us, yeah, just that way I don't have to try and think about it in my few hours of non-streaming time. Because, yeah, tonight I'm going to sleep, and then tomorrow when I wake up, there's a fair chance my sister may be borrowing my computer with my permission. And so that's something I can't easily do during stream, per se. Whereas if,
Yeah. Well, so wait, tomorrow's Wednesday.
yeah, and I was
I
saying
might, yeah.
Thursday specifically because Wednesdays I'm trying to come up with a set schedule, and Wednesdays I'm gonna be playing Warhammer games or Warhammer mods.
Yeah.
Just because I'm
Tomorrow
really-
I'm probably going to try and find time to record Stalker 2.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not going to post.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
probably will post a Lethal Company video if we make one.
Yeah.
Can I be included?
Yeah, because I think we're going to be including the mod packs and stuff. But yeah. So you're recording? Are you recording your? Oh no, not.
Oh
recording.
wait, shoot! I won't be able to join anyhow, unless you guys want to play Lethal Company after 9.
I'm still fine with that. We would only have like 30 minutes or something. to
One
get some
idea
footage.
could be we could just start without McCain, and then when McCain gets home, he could join us.
Yeah.
Because then
That
he's
could
not
totally
missing
work.
out on it. But then we also have more time.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
This
All right, I am getting tired, so I'm gonna pop out for the night.
Okay.
I got
See you,
something to do
McCain.
tomorrow. So see you, boys.
See ya.
Yeah. Yeah, Mathis, I think I heard you'd be willing to throw a mod pack together as well. That would work as well if you and Russell would just communicate and figure out. I just know I'm not going to realistically have time and ability to throw it together myself for the group. Especially because I'd have to learn how to actually find mods using R2 Mod Man, which I've never done. I've only ever been sent them by y'all. So.
You were cutting out for me,
Oh,
Steven.
okay. Mathis is already gone as well. I think I heard Mathis say he'd be possibly also willing, so I'll let you and Mathis talk and see who's going to build the mod pack. I just know I'm not going to have time to build a mod pack realistically for Lethal. And I know mod packs always make Lethal more fun.
Oh, this guy's a shorts channel. Sorry, I'm still looking at John Anti-Cheat.
I was gonna say I was pretty positive seeing the few things I did. He's more of a shorts channel, probably, rather than a long term.
And he, like, one of his shorts literally has 10 million views.
Which makes sense, but I'd say shorts are a bit harder to gauge how interest per se.
I think they're different, but I think I could figure it out. if
Oh
I
yeah,
really
I'm not
wanted
saying
to.
you couldn't figure it out for sure either.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Like-
feel like you're pretty good at figuring it out. Like your audience at least pretty good now at figuring out what your audience wants.
Yeah, and like 10k views with like 1k subs is, I think that's pretty normal for like an average channel. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that I still got to come up with a different idea. So probably a game that doesn't exist yet, that I still got to like explore. Because if I started this content, right, like, but I don't regret not doing it because I didn't know how to do it then. But right when we all started with Helldivers, right?
Yeah.
I think it's so sorry. I'm changing topics.
You're good.
Well, right now. So I think when you're with your microphone, It's when you're talking kind of loud, it just kind of cuts out.
Okay, that could be it. If I lean forward some, and because I am starting to get somewhat fidgety right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, so, and, yeah, I don't even have, like, what, there's not even 100, I don't even have 100 subs left. Like, I'm already very close to, like, full monetization.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously some special, like, perks if I had, like, 100,000 or 1,000,000. But, like, the views to you, like, once I hit 1,000, the views are more valuable than the, well, the consistent views, like the retention.
Yeah, retention views are more valuable than the sub amount.
Which was like that's kind of the funny thing is that with, like, I bet that the same 3,000 people that watched my my brand new video, if they were to go watch like a like those types of viewers that are watching like the direct people that I'm calling out, they wouldn't make it in like the first 5 seconds of those guys' channels just because they're not very engaging, right? That's the first thing. And then the stuff they're going over is news, and you're just skipping through their video until you find the news and then what they have to say about it. But like, and so those guys ultimately, I think they're mostly like they're farming using clickbait, right? And so there's not really a real audience, in my opinion. There might be some people that are like, oh my gosh, I love you, Cloud Plays, like you're so I can't even think of like something that is like a quality of the person behind the stuff. Like you can go to Daniel's channel and you can like look through some of his videos and go like, oh, I like how like because the content, you can talk about the content like, oh, I like how quick the content is, how easy it is to digest, right? Like how like Daniel's like, oh man, that's crazy. Daniel's videos, this is his first video with basically 10K and still going strong. Oh my gosh. Daniel, did you think it was that big of a patch? The patch today wasn't that big? Wasn't as huge as what Cloud Plays is saying? The patch? Yeah, Daniel. It was Daniel saying it's 5 minutes long. The patch was just 5 minutes long. But like, oh my goodness, like, wow.
Update is here. He just said update twice.
Yeah. I know. Okay, wait, I want to see something. This is not a huge patch. Both of the new Warp Bond weapons got nerfed. Massive L for an L.
If you look at the Reddit, everybody knows that it got buffed.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that it got buffed. What about my video? You can watch it. I'm gonna put it with this.
Anyway, I'm getting kind of tired as well, and
Okay. Yep.
I've been going for 8.5 hours for streaming, so I'll probably piece myself. But Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. My brain is saying
Yeah.
there was something I was gonna mention, but I can't remember.
Well,
what
it
was.
might be something like because I was just barely talking about the channels and stuff. And
Yeah.
I stopped talking about something.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I think
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
but the one thing I was gonna say, those people that would watch my video and go to like Cloud Plays or somebody like that, they wouldn't last very long and would just click off. So ultimately,
Yeah.
the Cloud Plays guys, right, and the Glitch Unlimiteds, right, their subscribers are all for news, right, and just for the information. They're not there because you are like a special person or whatever, right? Like you're not very inspirational. So like, if you have a bad day, no one really cares because they're not there for you. They're like, dude, don't tell me about your personal life. Like you could do all that offline, right?
Yeah.
And like if somebody like maybe something really bad actually does happen, like oh no, I'm getting copy striked or whatever, then all of a sudden like that's just something that's like you don't have an audience that's going to help you out, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to defend you on Twitter. They're not going to do anything, right? And so
yeah, I'm glad you remembered that because that's what I was gonna say, and I was saying I feel like I do genuinely appreciate your content. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like you've got a really good handle on how you do things. Since we're talking about the topic, like I tune in because I actually genuinely find your stuff amusing. News channels, just like news channels, like tier
and that's
lists, a lot of stuff like that. I find a lot less interesting. But the way you do your editing and everything, you try to keep it action-packed and keep it funny as well. Because just action-packed isn't necessarily always a good thing, but you also try to keep it funny as well. And I think you have a very good balance of the two, personally. So, yeah. I'm super excited that you've reached 900. You genuinely really do deserve it, Russell. And when we get you to 1,000, that's going to be the statement again. It's just you genuinely, I personally feel you do deserve it. Because, like, some people's content I share with others because it's like, oh, I know this person, they're cool. And then but then, like, especially with your content, it's like, I think this guy's content is great. It's awesome. It'll make you laugh, etc. And so, I think you, do very well at least from my personal view. But I'm also a bit older, and so the content I'm used to is either, is a bit different per se than all of the newer content. Because the content that is in nowadays is a lot of stuff I would have never been interested in and would have never started watching on YouTube or Twitch myself.
Yeah. And one of the things that I just want to try and do is just make sure that my the goal that I had is like I don't want to be stuck in one spot, right? So like with Stalker 2, like that was something that was kind of frustrating for a little bit, is that I genuinely thought like, oh no, I'm only going to be able to do Stalker based content and then like different games of the Stalker universe, right? And different other things, right? Because that was the only stuff that was getting views. And then when it almost was relaxing when my latest one, like my latest Stalker 2 video, like just kind of had a good enough like views. Like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm not mad about it. But it was still lower than my Helldivers content. And like, okay, maybe the audience there has kind of chilled out. And so maybe I can chill out and do something different while they're chilled out.
You can
right? And so
return to just generally making content rather than film.
And then then the new update dropped and I just had a bunch of fun, right? And I was like, oh, this is great, right?
Yeah, that's another thing that I feel like is always important, is that YouTubers I've always enjoyed and watched they actually genuinely enjoy the content they make and the games they play.
Yeah.
And if they don't like a game, either they won't play it in the first place for stream / YouTube, or they won't return, and they'll be like, yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea. And so like the few who like have stuck with a specific game, it's because they genuinely enjoy that specific game. But others, like,
well, and that's been my experience has been different. Where, like, there's a ton of YouTubers I watched where I was watching them specifically for the game, right? It was the only YouTuber that I thought was funny for the game or whatever, and I would tune out all the stuff of all the games I didn't recognize, right? So, there was a guy called Blurbs, and he was a Sea of Thieves streamer, and every time he would make a video about maybe because is about like something else, like a different game, it wouldn't work out that well. And I wouldn't want to watch it because I'm like, I'm here for your Sea of Thieves stuff, like your guides and your, like specifically your guides and your other things, right? I ended up joining his Discord server because he started doing something that was pretty fun for however long it lasted, which was probably like a week. But what it was something, it was called the Pirate Council. And so what he did is he basically made a pseudo mega guild, which wasn't possible in game, but using a Discord server so that we would all role play like the Pirate Council, right, and make a new faction in the game. Which for a while it actually was felt in game, like it was felt enough that when we messed around with the community, like as the faction, they literally patched something just so we wouldn't be able to do a specific thing anymore, right? The developers, like, for example, one of the things is you go on a voyage and you take a certain quest item with you so that nobody can get it or something because you just use an exploit, right? To like have an epic battle or whatever, right? To force an epic battle, right? And then they patched it. I'm like, I was kind of mad, mostly because I'm like, dude, like that's really dumb. Like, why are you gatekeeping the way that someone could play the game? Like, they still have to put all the effort to like get the tall tale going, get that specific part of the tall tale going, and then get that item, right? That the item's a race, right? So if I got the item, right, and it's the treasure that I grabbed, and that I'm the one that's more powerful, right? If you don't want to contest it, like if you don't want that one specifically, there's other servers you can join, right? You can go do other things. So it's not like you needed this. Like, yeah, I guess there's accommodations and stuff, but like if you're now gatekeeping something that other, anyways, that's its own rant, and there's a whole bunch of other things. I'm like, okay, that's really dumb actually when I think about it. But anyways, he's a Sea of Thieves streamer, but he is he has a background in software engineering. Yeah. And so he ended up making mods for his Twitch channel, right? So what would happen is that he would make a mod for so that the Twitch channel would be able to sync his boat in Sea of Thieves if he said a certain word, right? And he programmed it himself so that the mod would press certain keys on his keyboard if the mic picked it up and heard him, right? And so it would just press ESC and scuttle the boat. So his boat would scuttle if he said a specific word, right? And the word was sink, I think. So if he ever said that, then the boat would sink, right? Just on command. And and so he started making stuff like that, and that stuff started getting a tiny little bit more attention, but not really. But that was the stuff that he genuinely wanted to do, was just like mod some stuff, right? And then he had an idea on stream, because he messes around on stream where he mostly did not stream Sea of Thieves. Like, he would stream Sea of Thieves just long enough so that he can technically qualify as a Sea of Thieves partner. Yeah. But then he would stream different games, right? Because this in-game, like in Sea of Thieves, it was boring because his play style just didn't really exist. Like, he couldn't PvP because people would keep running away. It would be long queues and hourglass and stuff, and so the audience wouldn't stick around. He would have to find ways to entertain them. So he would make mods and stuff to like try to make the game better, right? But then ultimately, like, he just figured out that's not really what he wanted to do. So he moved on to different games. So he moved on to like, I don't even know what it's called anymore. The Finals. Yeah, that's what it is. And that game is just a first-person shooter, and it's like I think it's like a Hunger Games style game, shooter game, but it's like Call of Duty and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy, and it's very action-packed and intense, and it's PvP and stuff, right? And it looked really fun, and it was free to play. And I was like, ooh, maybe I'd want to try that out, but I never got to it, and it didn't get a whole lot of attention. But he made a mod where he had there was Helldivers. It's not Helldivers. There was announcers that would announce stuff going on in the game. So so that the Twitch chat would be the announcers, right? So they would say something, right, and the announcers would say something about the game as if they were like, announcing in game, right?
Yeah.
And so they ended up making some funny clips, right? And so then he like that didn't get very much attention, but he still wanted to do that, so he kept doing it, right? So he was ultimately stuck with Sea of Thieves for a long time, and then he was like dabbling every now and again, right? He was messing around, and then there's one day where he did, where he modded Skyrim, where the actual NPCs were Twitch chat. So one person could literally be could literally be voiced by one of the members in Twitch chat. So they would go on crazy different new quests. There'd be some really unhinged moments and stuff, and it became a series, and it went like not completely viral, but it got millions of views like overnight.
Honestly, I've not heard of the YouTuber, but I do know the mod like you're talking about. So
yeah,
I would
say he called it Text to Skyrim.
Yeah. No, I know of the mod, like I was saying. Like, and I've heard what it does, and I've thought that was cool myself, the idea. And so, like, yeah, I would say it's at least bigger than, yeah, nothing. But, yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
But,
well, yeah.
Go for it. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say I didn't really have anything to say.
Okay.
Like you didn't really interrupt.
Okay. Yeah. But like, yeah, that sort of thing where it's like, I feel like people should be able to branch out. Because like, honestly, so Gmod, I would have, Gary's mod, I would have never heard of it if it weren't for Captain Sparkles, actually. I started, so the way my YouTube usage went when I was like a young teen to teen, etc., was when I first started, I found a few people who I liked, and then when they would play with someone else and add them into their like into their description to say, hey, this person is cool, you should check him out, I generally would, and I'd watch it a little bit, and if I liked it, I'd stick around. And so that's how I found Captain Sparkles, who most of his content has always been Minecraft, at least on his current channel. It's all, or on his big channel, it's all generally been mostly Minecraft. And yeah, and so I got into watching him other games, and suddenly I found a whole group of new people that I enjoy have enjoyed as much. And so I think it, like, some people look for consistency and others look for almost suggestions per se on games that might be cool, etc. And so I think it's just important, like, to do what you enjoy for YouTube, etc. And so if you don't think you're gonna, if you like a game, that doesn't mean you have to stick with it. Even if you're, like, it may not be as successful per se on YouTube, but I think it's more important to sometimes change games and be like, yeah, guys, I'm not going to stick with this one game, because eventually content will run out and suddenly the channel will die. Example, Captain Sparkle's like, he was big, like pretty much anyone who knows Minecraft and Minecraft music parodies, etc., knows who has at least heard the name, etc. But yeah, his channel development kind of started to shrink when Minecraft's popularity started to regress, and he tried to stick it through on Minecraft and Minecraft alone for a little bit, to try and keep the channel revived and going when anything else was just not going good. And it kind of shrunk his channel per se. Didn't really, but like, because his channel was so old, YouTube was removing older users who had been inactive for ages and who hadn't actively viewed him, and etc. And so he got caught as part of that. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to do stuff I enjoy. And so like, he's still doing YouTube, but he doesn't but he also is like, yeah, occasionally I'm going to play other games. I'm not going to just stick to the one game and one game alone, etc. Which I think is a very good... Personally, that's what I enjoy. The content I enjoy is someone enjoys their content, you can tell. If someone feels like they're being forced to make a certain game, you can definitely tell. Honestly, I don't know if you'll recognize this name, but Jerome ASF. He's another older Minecraft YouTuber. He has other channels, but honestly, nowadays, like, I used to watch him a ton, but I really don't anymore, because a lot of his content nowadays feels very stale, etc., because it feels like he doesn't enjoy what he does anymore. It feels like he's made it his job, and so he keeps going. But yeah, it kind of feels like he just knows that's what people expect of him, is Minecraft at this point in time.
Yeah. And that's something where, like, it's one of the reasons why I actually labeled my Minecraft channel. I rebranded it as, like, Robot Pineapple 2, is because I'm like, this is something where, like, I post Minecraft stuff, I'm going to post it here. Because I know that Minecraft in itself is its own niche.
Yes.
Where, like, the games that I play, like, even the Helldivers 2 community, it's so small that, yes, it is still a niche, but it's not one that you want to be depending on. Like, I don't want to be... Like, I want to do Helldivers when they make a new update and it's fun, but I want to make a bunch of different videos that are all successful enough that, like, I'm not... that they're there for, like, the funny videos and not necessarily the updates and the other things, right? Because, like, that's... In my opinion, if you're stuck... Like, this is the biggest problem. If you're stuck with one thing, that's the most likely scenario for slop, even if it's your favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly.
Because if you, like, with Minecraft, now you're recording because you have to post weekly, but you can't do anything else, right? And so, or, like, say maybe you only want to play Minecraft ever, period, right?
Yeah.
But now, in order to succeed, you also have to do what's popular in that niche, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do what you maybe want to do in Minecraft, right? Like, which would be like, oh, I just want to relax and build what I want, right? No one really wants to watch you relax in Minecraft. They want to watch a funny challenge or like they want to see something insane, right? Like, they don't want to they don't necessarily want to give your channel attention if there's a channel that's like hey, I built this cool house, right? But you know, you're maybe not that great, so why watch you build a house when someone else is not only just building a great starter base, but they're doing a SMP with, like, Hermitcraft, right? So therefore, there's a lot more shenanigans and stuff, right? Like,
Which
And so that's where something where like I'm going to be doing Minecraft, but I'm not going to press the record button again, right? Like that's like what my mindset is right now, unless we specifically come up with an idea that could compete with some of this stuff, and we all want to do it, right? Like, hey, we do like a series with a bunch of mods and right, like and stuff
Yeah.
like that, where like
get an we
And
actually have an SMP
yeah.
get together with the
I also kind of made this rule. Like, I want my audience to be like begging me for Minecraft first before I post another one. Because if they're like, they're not necessarily gonna beg me, but if there's someone's like, hey, you should do Minecraft, like do an SMP with the boys or whatever, right? We haven't seen any of you play Minecraft, and that's fun. Like, there's some like, and I could suggest the idea, like, would you guys want to see this? And if I get enough likes and support and stuff, like, yeah, I'll consider it, right? Like, I'll consider doing an SMP just for fun, right?
Yeah.
And but that's kind of it. Otherwise, like, if I'm doing that, that's gonna be something that is not my job ever, right? Like, cause like, what, like I realized, cause we. Like, when somebody's, like, complimenting me on, like, my art or something, or my builds or whatever, like, something happens where I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird. But if somebody's, like, complimenting on my YouTube video, like, hey, that's great. Usually they have something to say about it that's actually, like, in my mind, like, statistically valuable, right? Like, oh, hey, you got, like, 10K views. I saw that. That's great. Like, for 900 subscribers, that's pretty good. Well, they wouldn't say 900 subscribers until today, but
the idea being like, especially since you only hit 900 today, and you were.
But yeah, so with my videos is like, I know that I'm closer to being like I'm in a spot where, like, if I make a video, like maybe the audience won't tell me that it's bad, right? But I know statistically when a video is actually bad, right? So, but when it's with its art and stuff, so I know with my videos that they are statistically good, right? Most of them are statistically good. Like this, I feel like they're good, and the statistics tell me, yeah, your videos are pretty good. You probably just need more subscribers in order to get more promotion, right? Like, if you got 1,000 subs, then we're gonna probably promote your video to, you know, and give your videos ads, right?
Yeah.
And so then there's something where I'm like, okay, cool. That's a cool idea. Like, but and that's probably where I'll start seeing some, like, a lot more growth. But so anyways, I know my videos are good, but when it comes to art and when it comes to other things, I know there's a lot more improvement than with, like, my video, because so it's a little bit awkward because someone's go like, wow, like, you could sell that, and I'm like, no. Like, yeah, I technically could get it out there, but the audience that buys art, they don't buy anything but the best, right? So that it's the same thing with YouTube, right? They only click on the stuff that they think is the best.
Yeah.
And so nailing the thumbnails and the titles is getting people to click, but then nailing the intro is getting people to stay and watching the video, right? But then also, like, just not lying in your video, like, that's the biggest turnoff.
Yeah.
And then the second biggest turnoff, so, like, the biggest turnoff is clickbait, and then the second biggest turnoff, I think, is bad audio. Because, like, and I just know this from my own experience when I'm watching YouTubers. Like, if I click on a tutorial and I'm immediately greeted, like, with, like, hey, like, I know I'm gonna be talking about how to do CPR, but make sure before you even watch the video, click like, subscribe, or whatever, you know, I immediately just block them, right? Like, I don't actually, I hate those types of channels, right? And they just take forever to the point because they're withholding the information until the very end, right? And then, like, and then it's just, like, really dumb because it's like, dude, like, this is just so annoying, right? I clicked on your title and your video because I thought you would help me out, but then you didn't, right? And so, and that's something where I'm like, so, like, that's something where I understand is, like, your title and thumbnail, when they click on it or hover over your video, like, the first like 5 or 10 seconds, that's what happens when it hovers over. It's got to
Yeah.
satisfy your audience. So like if your thumbnail's crazy, the first 5 seconds better be crazy enough. They're like, oh, that's actually in the video, right? That's not just clickbait, right?
Yeah.
And it's like for example, in Mr. Beast's latest video, I don't necessarily have to like Mr. Beast, but I can agree that he has a formula down, like
Yeah.
to like it's
He
really,
definitely has the formula down. I will agree with that.
yeah. And so what it was with it was exploring the pyramids, like his video is still a tiny bit clickbait because he said he spent 100 hours inside the pyramids, but no, he spent 100 hours exploring the pyramids, which is a different word.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like it got more views, and I think he just blocked all of the bad hate comments or whatever. But he
Yeah.
also he didn't get less than 70K dislikes because people are over the drama. They're like, whatever. Right. The other thing too is it's still cool because he got rooms on the camera that have not, like, rooms that the public has not been able to see.
Yeah.
So we got inside the pyramid and we now know what it looks like as the audience. We're like, okay, that actually is cool. And I would respect anybody, like, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're one of the only people who gets to be inside of like specific chambers that only like 50 people on the whole planet got in, that's still something cool to do. It's like I don't care. I'm gonna say that's it's like meeting the president. You don't care. You don't necessarily have to care which one. You still can get to say, like, I shook hands with the president. What did
Yeah.
you do? Right? Like, and so, yeah. But so like, that's something where like, some YouTubers, not even YouTubers, but like sometimes like when I'm talking to myself or like trying to do something like or watching YouTubers, like I have this bias because I don't really like Mr. Beast. I don't like his content specifically. I don't like his jokes and his videos because a lot of them are really just childish and brain rot, right? Like and stuff. And like,
Agreed.
oh my gosh. But then so every time like my biggest gripe is that he ultimately is unlikable. Like I don't think that he's a real human, right? And
Yeah.
so,
No.
but anyways, I have personal gripes, but sometimes that bias seeps through when I'm watching like tutorials on like how to make a good thumbnail, how to make a good title, right? Like how to make something actually clickable and or watchable, right? And they always bring up like Mr. Beast and his success and stuff. And I'm just like I'm almost tempted to click off the video because I'm like, I hate Mr. Beast. Like I don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it's still not wrong. There's a reason why he has 400 million subscribers, and there's a reason why he gets 80 million like views every single like day, right? Like that's something that's still just like he's still insane. Like that's still like every YouTuber's dream and stuff. Like that's still something that's yeah. So you can still learn from like.
From people who you don't like. I have to agree.
Yeah.
I used to like Mr. Beast, and then him and his channel as a whole has kind of just made a lot of decisions and stuff that I don't necessarily like near as much. His channel, I started watching his channel when it seemed to be more like, hey, we're giving away, giving back, etc. A lot more of his content nowadays is like, how much money can I spend, almost, rather than how can I give. And so I just lost a lot of interest at pretty much completely, because it used to seem like he was actually a person. Nowadays it seems like I'm Mr. Beast, so I'm gonna do a Mr. Beast thing.
Yeah, especially like with his Beast games stuff. Like that's something where I'm like, I don't even want to pay attention to it just because it doesn't make me feel good like watching it at all. Like I don't actually own it, but I've seen clips of it where it's just like it's like you're just recording. It's exactly why like it's exactly what Squid Game was kind of doing, right? But Squid Game is a satire, right?
Yeah.
So like it's something where it's like this isn't real, this is fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's kind of exposing capitalism. That's what the whole thing is. It's a satire of capitalism. That's what the show is about. But then Mr. Beast looked at it and was like, man, that's so cool. I think I'm gonna do that in real life, right?
Mm.
And so he got all of the stuff that was he got all of the wrong things put into the video. Like, yes, in Squid Game, the people literally die, right? There's a one man standing, last man standing is the guy who wins it all, right? But in Beast games, right? Like, there's a couple things that made it really, really, really hard to watch. Is that, first of all, Mr. Beast knows that, like, you as an audience member want to, like, pick and have a reason to root for somebody to win, right? You want to have some form of emotional attachment. But here's one of the main problems, is there was a ton of people talking about all of these pretty relatable stories, like, hey, I can't afford rent and stuff. Like, this is, like, the only option I can foresee right now is, like, winning the $5 million, right? And then you occasionally have people who say, like, I don't need the money, I just want a jet ski, right? Or something, right? Like, there's people in that, but most people were saying that their life, like, literally, like, sucks, right? Like, maybe there was somebody who's even saying, like, I need this for a cancer treatment or something for one of my family members or whatever, right? Like, something like that. Like, just, and those ones get fronted. So this is the problem. Those ones get fronted to the audience, right? And so the audience now is, like, really empathetic with all these people, and then they just all get, like, mass eliminated, and you just feel bad for every single one. And then there's shots of, like, because there's 1,000 people. There's like really, like, wide establishing shots, just, like, playing the audio of the whole room, and it just, like, sounds like human, like, agony. Like, this is what like I imagine, like, what it sound like in hell or something. Just like, oh my gosh, like, that sounds horrible. Like, because there was like, one of the other dumb things too was because one of the reasons why they were all, like, screaming and stuff was because instead of making it an actual competition, he basically had all of these, like, sacrifice stuff. Like, hey, if you leave your row, you get, like, $20,000, but the whole row is eliminated. Like, stuff like that, right? Or, like, hey, like, we're only going to keep so many rows, right? No. So, like, one of the other ones, the biggest one was, like, that there was people that would have to give up. Like, they would have to get out of the, like, press the button to opt out of the competition, or the whole row was going to get. So, like, the first 4 rows that had one person get eliminate themselves, they would be saved, right? And then the like, last 3 rows or something would get eliminated because they're trying to cut the whole room in half. Yeah. Right. And so, like, the, like, first episode was just, like, absolutely horrible because, like, you have all these, and then, like, you just, it's a room full of angry and really sad people, right? Because there's, like, people like, they all need the money, right? They all are, like, screaming, like, about it, right? And there's like, not, like, it's like you're, like, you signed the form, I guess, so there's legally stuff, but, like, morality, like, there's people out there in your same row that need the money just as much as you do, or don't need the money just as much as you do, right? And stuff. And so, like, it's just, like, something that's just like, oh my goodness.
And, like, ultimately, like, that's one of the big reasons why I stopped liking Mr. Beast near as much as, like, he's used to give, and, like, it was smaller quantities. As he could, like, he would try to give smaller quantities whenever he could, and then it started to become, like, bigger and bigger quantities, and, like, competitions with people who all genuinely could use it. And it's like, you could make this a competition, or you could make it something like your older videos where it's like you gave to everyone in the competition and didn't completely screw anyone. Because to do that, I highly doubt everyone is just from the area. And so people are taking time out of work, out of school, out of whatever to go compete, and then they just don't get any reward for it. They've gone, maybe Mr. Beast has flown them out and back. And maybe he's given them a place to stay depending on the exact competition. Or maybe he's not, and he said, yeah, you get to pay for everything, and just being part of the competition is the possibility of
and with this
winning
with this
payment.
specific and with this specific with Beast Games, because they're there's some form of like there's a bunch of laws and stuff, so they basically have to be paid at least minimum wage, right?
Yeah.
And because they're being
And
I just got
because they're technically being employed by him for the duration of the competition.
They can't work and stuff, so they have to be compensated, and they generally, I think they have to be compensated. I hope they're compensated fairly, but allegedly, like, there's been some people claiming they're not. So
honestly, to put it bluntly, I would believe that they're not. Like, we've seen, like, for TV itself, honestly, that could be a big part of the reason why they're eliminating so many people all at once. Is they're like, we want this to only go for so long, and we don't want to pay these people more than we have to. Like, that's kind of a pessimistic view, but at the same time, I think it's also a realistic view where Mr. Beast is more now thinking like a business rather than thinking like a charitable person like he kind of used to be. Or at least he seemed to used to be. And so, like, yeah, with the Beast Games show, at least it is a leg up. But with like his YouTube channel, all of his competitions, there's no guarantee that anyone who ever competed in those was necessarily
and so there's something else that, like, I didn't like even consider, but like it's scummy. I don't think it's illegal, but one of the things is so I actually got invited. Like, this is lore about me that I don't know if you understand. If you know, I actually did get invited to a Mr. Beast challenge.
It was a Minecraft one, right?
Yes, it was. And
but
so
you had school or something. We've talked about it previously.
Right? Yeah, and so but here's the thing though, is that, like, I was eligible to be in the Minecraft challenge as, like, you know, a minor and also somebody who doesn't understand, like, oh, like, I might be taking advantage of for a stupid challenge and views and stuff like. So, like, that's something that I'm like, man, like, it's just something overall, like any space, like, if you're like the Saturday Night Live host or something, right? Like somebody like that, or, well, not host. What is it? No, because Saturday Night Live, they just do skits. It's the other thing, the Tonight Show or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of something like, anyways, and sometimes those people get hosted. That's why I'm confused. Sometimes they will get hosted on Saturday Night Live. Anyways, so the interviewers, right? The people who they're not famous themselves, but they interview all the famous people, and so their TV show gets a bunch of stuff because they're promoting a movie or whatever with this one celebrity. Those people, so like Ellen, right?
Yeah.
Those people, some, like, it's not surprising when they're exposed as monsters to me, because
No,
they're just
not
like
in the slightest.
like any like this is just the thing. Anybody who's like using other people to gain like views or money, right? Like it doesn't matter if what you're doing is in objectively good, like, hey, look at me, I'm donating to charity, right? Like that's something where I'm like, you're still using the charity and the people to boost your image and to boost your like your views or your money, right? Like you're still doing something like, because you understand that these people like they know that like, or not that they know that these people like people that they think are good people, right? So you're doing it in a way to like, yeah. And so it's just something where like I think that's something that I would rather have, is that like I'm looking at my brother's monitor and it's forcing him to upload and to upgrade to Windows 11, and it's like I think he's asleep. Like it's my youngest brother. It's funny.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm gonna leave names out.
It automatically did it. I think it automatically did. I didn't even touch it. I just looked over there. I'm like, oh no, it's going to Windows 11. Which is funny because like all three, like of my brothers, they all had Windows 10 for the longest time, and I had Windows 11. So anytime they saw like they had a tutorial or a suggestion, like I would never be able to follow it exactly the way they would follow it, because I'm just like, it's different. But eventually, like after, figuring it out. Anyways, what was it saying? Yeah. So anybody who just uses anybody, like, your own kids, your own pets, anything that's not about you, right? If it's not about you, then you're taking advantage of something, right? So like, for example, if my content was only successful with all of you guys, I would be taking advantage of you guys in some capacity, right? Because I would be saying, hey, let's record a video or something, right? But then I'm literally will be profiting on it probably in a week, right? And so like, oh, we have to do this. It's trending right now, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm making you guys buy a stupid game so that I can make a video about it, and then like not even go viral, just be relevant enough that I get 10K views.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's something that I think is still scummy, right? Like I'd rather like, maybe if you guys were interested in the game and you were wanting to do it, like I still would like to press the record button.
Yeah.
But
I see.
In a way, like there's something where I'm like, with Chris, he's wanting to do some YouTube stuff, and I kind of want to help him with that, just make sure that, because that's something I would like to do, is be able to give you guys shout outs and stuff. But in a way, there's gonna be a point, like I'm kind of worried about it, but I kind of think it will. It's still, there's still a possibility of it not happening, and then therefore not caring that much about it, right? And what it is like, if I happen to go viral or something, right, and it becomes more than a career, like I actually become relevant and stuff and become my own thing, right? That's something where it's like, it would change some stuff, right? Because then like I feel like that, like, because they're like, right now I don't feel entitled to like Chris's money or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a temptation if he goes viral or something because of something that I said, and it will be tempting. Like there'll be something that's like, hey, you should hold that over his head and guilt him into like giving you some royalties or something, right? And like that's absolutely something that it's already happened with, like, big YouTubers have already said it. Like but one of the Minecraft YouTubers that I watched his streams consistently, was Tommy Innit. And he's come out and he's like, he said what his experiences were behind the scenes, and they're not anything crazy. Like they're not like big, huge allegations. They're just like, this guy's kind of a jerk, right? Like he was kind of like Dream he specifically was kind of just like he was holding all this YouTube advice over a literal 16-year-old's head and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
And like Tommy and it didn't ever like outgrow him or whatever, right? But like when like anything, like he used it as like a manipulation tactic, like to you know, guilt him into doing something like, hey, I'm the one helping you, I'm the good guy, right? It's like, why are you holding that over my head, right? Like, just because you told me what worked then doesn't mean I learned something new now, right? Like that's something else. It's like, so and in an attempt to like not have like some of these other channels that to like hold them over my head or something, right? Like, because I still think it's good to look up a tutorial or something and to figure out what works, right? And and if it does work, great, write it down. That's a great piece of advice. But something that I hate is these specifically like even vidIQ. I have its app. I have the free version of its app, and I'm still using it. But there's a lot of stuff on its app that I'm like, I would never suggest anyone paying for it, especially right now or the spot I'm in, because like it's not going to help, right? Like it will help, but it won't help you understand why like anything is going to happen, because what it does is it takes your analytics as access to your channel and stuff, and so therefore can access your analytics and other things, right? And so it can look at some of the analytics and it will decipher them for you. It will tell you why your video is not performing very well, right? But if you figure out that on your own, then all of a sudden it's like it's like you can see, like it feels like you can see the matrix a little bit, because you're like, oh, I know how the algorithm works a little bit, right? Like, and I'm not afraid of it anymore, right? But if you use this app, it's like a crutch, like there's a better word for it. It's like a like you would need, you can't not, like if you pay for the app, like so like for the if you get the paid version of the app, you have to use it because it will not teach you how to use the regular YouTube analytics. So, and it is legitimately more convenient and stuff. But if you're starting out and you're paying for the app because you know it's gonna work, right? Like it probably will, right? Like most likely, but there's still a chance that it won't, right? So I'm saying, because that's something that I've come to learn, is that there's a statistical way to like ensure that your video has the best chance, but the people watching, they're all real people, and so real people might, like, even if they're they're statistically the most likely person to click on your video, they can still choose not to, right? They could be in the shower when their phone is open or something, right? And so therefore they don't have access to it, right? And they when they actually get sent your video, they don't have time to click on it, and so the algorithm thinks, oh, I guess they're not interested, right? And so that's something that's real, is that they're just like not they're like there's people that sure they'd be interested in the content and they would click the content and the title and stuff. And heck, I had my algorithm change like multiple times in a week, right? Where I would start watching some certain type of content, right? Like, for example, like police body cam footages of like some weird crime. And then I would be like, I don't want to watch those videos anymore. So I literally watched something. I started watching I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but like, you know, like self-help YouTubers, right? Like the alpha male kind of guys, you know, like those specific ones where they're kind of like clones of Andrew Tate, and I would watch a bunch of them, and then I would realize eventually, like, I don't want to be like these guys. These guys are kind of giving bogus advice. Yeah. And like, yeah. So with my own understanding, I understand that I'm not going to have consistent viewers like at all. Right? Or at least I can make my content as approachable as possible and stuff. But there's some days where the reason why something's not working could be that people just don't want to watch it. But I don't need to blame the algorithm for not trying, right? Because the algorithm is probably going to do everything it's going to do, right? Because that's something that I also kind of get annoyed at now, is especially when like small YouTubers, they say, or small YouTubers, and specifically like there's some niches on YouTube where they don't really work by themselves, right? Like you have to have something else, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is animation. Like it takes so long, and this is one of the reasons why I told Chris, like, hey, maybe have a second channel so that you can have just gaming and whatever, right? Because
I honestly agreed with, like, that idea. Like, unless you're like super big and go, then you're like, hey, this is my our channel. But even then, like, maybe only, but that still only occasionally, like, hey, this is something for my other channel. You should check it out if you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and so like that's something where it's like you could promote it, but the other thing too is they're gonna occupy different spaces.
Yeah.
So if your animation videos do well, that's great. But you're not going to have the same amount of time to film animations as you are going to be doing something else, like gaming, right? Like, 'cause that's something where, like, even if I have 1,000 subs, right? So there's actually a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to right now. I'm gonna talk about them because they, I don't think that that YouTube is their job.
Yeah.
I don't think that, because they have, let me just find it. So maybe it's okay. It's called Circle Line Art School, and it has 3 million subscribers, but its latest 10 videos haven't even broken 40K, right? Well, sorry, but most of them haven't broken 10K.
Oh,
and
that's even worse.
So there's one video that broke 30K, right? But most of them, they are similar views as my channel right now. And this is somebody that I've subscribed to, and I've watched them for art tutorials because they're just the best, right?
Yeah.
And there's a couple trends that I noticed about one of the reasons why they don't get as much views. A big one is the emergence of AI, specifically in the art space. That's something that literally did kill his channel, right? But the thing though about this YouTube channel is that this is not this is not I don't think this is his main job. Because he has a website, and his whole point is like a drawing school and stuff, right? And so because he's called Circle Line Art School, right? And he's doing this as ads, like as an advertisement. Like it's still teaching you really good stuff and other things, but like he's like I think this guy's ultimately fine. But like, so because you look, so one of the reasons why he has 3 million subscribers is because his most popular videos, he has 12 million, 7 million, 5 million, 2 million, like, and he has millions of views still, right? Like consistently. 8 years ago, 10 years ago, right? But like, because right now he's not doing that well, but he didn't stop, so he still, like, this is somebody where I'm like, oh, I respect that you're still doing something, right? Because the thing though about, let me just find something recently that actually did get some, like, I'm looking in the hundreds of thousands of views. That's a quarter. That's 50,000, and that's a year ago. Oh, I kind of expected that one to be a little bit more. Okay, there's a really simple thumbnail, and it got 200,000 views, and it's called "How to Draw a House Using 2-Point Perspective for Beginners," right? And it's from a year ago, so not a horrible amount of time.
Yeah.
But it's something where like he still gets some success every now and again. But one of the things I wanted to say. It's okay. So that one actually surprised me because that's not the point I was trying to find. Because the point I was trying to find is that most of his stuff that gets the tons of views is really impressive stuff. Like, here's the step-by-step of how to draw this really impressive thing, right? And wow, how did he draw that? Oh wait, no, he didn't. That's not an actual short film. that's a live action short film. Let's see. Yeah, like there's one he got almost 100K of like how to draw a landscape and a house and stuff. And this is all pencil drawing, so I don't think it's like that expensive to keep it up, but it's still something where it's like, you know, like if you're living a life of like getting millions of subscribers versus getting, you know, not even 10, right? Like that's still a big shift. But it was still gradual. I can't remember what my original point was.
No clue. I know we were talking about YouTube and success versus not success, but that's about, and like stuff we dislike about certain YouTubers. But that's about it. Yeah, so, well, the point, I think the point I was going to make is that his most successful videos were stuff that was like drawing like Lord of the Rings cities and stuff, you know, like drawing certain movie scenes and stuff. It's like he totally could just double down on that, but he doesn't, right? He doesn't like, hey, I'm gonna draw the most impressive pencil drawing on the planet, right? Like he just draws the simple stuff so that you can still follow along and understand. Yeah. And so that's something that I'm still like, okay, that's still pretty good, but like it's still something I'm critical of when it comes to other YouTubers. So I was trying to use this guy as an example because with other YouTubers, they do something similar where there's something where it's like it's so easy, like for them to just like, hey, you're complaining about not getting views and not doing this, but your channel's already known actually for this thing, right? And you just don't realize that, right? They didn't come because they saw the name of the, you know, they didn't come because they saw the name of the YouTuber. They saw the name of the title and they saw the thumbnail. Right, and so that's where that's where that is. A really fun channel that I have subscribed to, and I subscribed to this because it had great tutorials on how to build cardboard armor. But they don't just do that; they do like cardboard knife fights as well.
and those are kind of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a DIY stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like all stuff that they literally put together themselves at home and stuff, and just. But like this guy, he's building like Fallout armor, like, and he's so it looks really good. Like I'm gonna be like, I might even share like one of his videos, just to the group chat, because it's like this whole process is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all like he didn't really learn how to do it. He just did it. Like this is just something that he does normally, right? So like this is the, like, he's been building that. I just put it in the Discord, right? And so that stuff's not painted, but he painted the helmet, and the helmet looks pretty good, right? And
That looks
like,
cool. Just from the preview. I'm still
There's some-
streaming, so I'll take a look later. But
oh, okay.
yeah, when we continued the conversation, I figured I'd keep streaming because honestly, I think I've mentioned this a few times. Like sometimes I really do enjoy the more like podcasty stuff, and so like I've been playing a game in the background, but it's mostly been more of a podcast about YouTube, etc. Because I know at least some people, like especially if I'm trying to keep it family friendly, yes, but I'm also trying to some degree also keep it like some of my content is going to be for younger people, but then I think the podcasts I can also kind of go for possibly a older audience that just wants something to listen to, etc. And like some of this stuff, especially for like
I don't
aspiring
know.
YouTuber or Twitch person, some of this stuff could be nice. And so I figured I'd just keep going. Anyway.
Well, yeah, and like I definitely I didn't necessarily figure it all out. I just think I am figuring some stuff out, right? And like that's just the goal with like every video is like do something better, like improve on one thing every video, right? Because like if I can improve some statistics, that's great, right? But like every single video in my channel right now is a success, right? Because I like my Sea of Thieves video, like it was my very first video, and it got like almost 600 views by itself, right? Then the next one got like 4.5k, right? And so the thing, there's a little bit of a difference, right? There was one of the things that the reason why I got so much views for the second one is mostly because of like a clickbait thing. Like, yes, it's still technically me claiming this gun is the best gun in the game.
Yeah.
But it's a satire. It's obviously not, right? My Space Marine video is the one where it is not the most successful view-wise, right?
Yeah.
But what it taught me is that I can be funny by myself. I can actually record by myself, and I can do solo games, right?
Yeah.
And stuff. And so then there was the next one, which was the Helldivers 2 new update is cursed one, and that one got almost 10k views, right? Because I put a meme on the thumbnail, so it taught me that hey, people will like clicking on memes.
Yeah.
Right. And so like basically building up, like my thumbnail design got better and better for the like first couple. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So seven. It took me 7 videos before figuring out that my thumbnails and my titles needed to kind of change a little bit, right? Because although I did get 10k and 5k and another 5k views, the other ones, they didn't even get over 1k. Right?
Yeah.
So it created the assumption for me that people were only watching stuff because they were watching everything Helldivers, right?
Yeah.
And so it created a position for me where people were only watching like people were only interested in Helldivers and not anything else, even though I basically just proved that there's people that watch the Sea of Thieves stuff, right? There's still people that went viral, right?
Yeah.
There's still, and that's something else that I also got from like titles and stuff, is that there's still something that, like, I if I was to make another Sea of Thieves video, this is what I would title it. I would title it something like John Anti-Cheat would be proud of us or something, right? Because like I'm calling out the guy, right, and then we would probably parody him. I would probably do something that's involving other crews, right? And so I wouldn't emulate him. I would just be like, hey, we've been taking care of the seas or something, right?
Yeah.
Something dumb where it's like something where it's like where we kind of mimic his style, right? And then we also kind of call out his community of like, hey, like, look at us, right? We're fans of this guy and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely would not say something like, I don't know, some generic of like, ooh, doing this voyage in Sea of Thieves or something, or we're the most unhinged crew in Sea of Thieves or something. It's because the thing is like the audience, that's not what they're searching.
Yeah.
They're searching for other stuff, right? And so like, yeah. But so then there's two videos that came after those ones, and it was the closest videos that I had to commentary, besides the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
But no, the most recent one's a satire, but these ones were talking about the Helldivers 2 the DSS situation is insane, right? And Helldivers 2, the DSS failed, in quotation marks, miserably, right? And both of them, I figured out something very, very crucial, is that the core players of the game hate this kind of stuff. They didn't straight up let me know necessarily, but these two videos, although they got decent amount of clicks, and they probably would have gotten more clicks, right? And more engagement. It's because these titles were very serious and very reminiscent of other news YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
And so they're clicking on it thinking, oh, it's gonna be news or whatever, and then it's just, the game's fun, dude, right? Like, why'd you even click on this video?
Yeah.
And so those two videos are like the ones where I pretend they're not here, right? Then there's the next one, which is the prop hunt video, that's one that's fun, but there's a lesson that I learned from it, and it's that I needed to do my intros, or no, there's a bunch of stuff wrong with the video. Actually, this video might have more wrong than the Space Marine video, because the Space Marine video, I think it had like about a 2% click-through rate, which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
But it had a really high click-through rate, where like not even 10% of the viewers, which is funny because it's 178. And if not even 10% of viewers made it through the video, then that tells me, like, all of our friend group combined and all of the alternate channels that I have that I use to watch it, that 10% is just us, which means the whole audience pretty much left, right? And so
that sucks.
So like everybody who clicked on it clicked off because they're like, why did I click here? Like, why did I do this? This is so boring. This is so dumb, right? Like, and so that's something where I'm just like,
yeah, I think that I'm not gonna say for sure.
But with the Space Marine video, I changed some things. So I used the YouTube edit tool.
Yeah.
And I just deleted the intro. There's no intro in there. It just goes straight to the jokes, because how it started was, hey guys, welcome to my channel, subscribe if you're new, whatever, the cliche stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just begging you to subscribe, like, please subscribe, right? And I'm like, dude, I don't have a big enough audience to make even that a joke.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people are not clicking on new channels going like, I want to get yelled at to subscribe. They're thinking like, I want to click something that's funny, right?
Yeah.
And so that's something where they're just like, yeah, like there a ton of people are going to turn it down, right? Then after that is my first Stalker 2 video, and I think that what I learned from it is that timing is everything, right? Because I had a title that's pretty generic. It's a positive review of the game that is a little bit controversial, but still something that in the video I kind of like, you know, I still kind of agree, right?
Yeah.
Like I still thought it was pretty darn good, but one of the reasons why the game's controversial is because the first one had better AI, and the second game just straight up didn't have it. It's AI that feels like it's from like Skyrim, right? that. But like for me, being the first Stalker game that I played, yeah, it's so dang fun, and the story was really, really cool. Is really, really cool because I'm not done yet. And yeah, it's something that's just like, I kind of hit several things right where I released it the same week that it came out. I recorded it. I got a meme thumbnail because that's something that I learned from before is that people like to click on the meme thumbnails, right? And then this is so then I was like, okay, so a meme thumbnail and then a title that just makes the sells the title sells the thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
So with the combination of both, you're like, that video is funny, I'm clicking on it because it looks funny to watch, right? The next video is kind of a fail, but not really, because it taught me structure, right? Like it taught me how I can make like that I can add like edits after post,
Yeah.
Because what it was is it's hunting down my friends in Helldivers 2, or in other words, the manhunt video.
Yeah, the betrayal, Heckdiver's betrayal. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's one where like it almost got 1,000 views, but it's something where it like one of the reasons why I don't think it did so well is maybe because I posted it during kind of a bad time where there's a ton of people that were negative. Either that's because all the YouTubers were negative even when they shouldn't really be, or if just like maybe some like it just something where it's like not really. I think mostly it was bad timing, and then maybe I changed the thumbnail and title too late, right? And so there's a lot of stuff in it, like just like hovering over it, where I'm like, this looks pretty good, right? Like, but it taught me that, hey, I like doing the edits, like where like something pops up, I make a sound effect or whatever, right? And like because that video had the like, you know, the typing sound effect and like next target and like segues and stuff, right? And I was like, yeah, I like doing that. But I think in the statistics, I think those segments were maybe too long, so people did end up clicking off or whatever. So that's something else I learned is like I can do that, right? Because I recognize it's fun for me to do.
Yeah.
And so the next video was the Stalker 2 Part 2 video.
Yeah.
And so basically what I did is I just like I knew I couldn't do the same title, right? So I kind of made the thumbnail a little bit more extreme by putting the like terrified baby's face on it while it's holding a gun and running away from a mutant. And so that one is, I really like that thumbnail. Then I also made the intro. So because of what I learned from the previous episode, or from the previous
Stalker
video, is that I learned, or not even the previous Stalker video, the previous video,
overall
that I like doing the edits, right? I I like editing stuff and putting something in the video that isn't necessarily there to begin with, right? So what I
Yeah.
ended up doing is that I filmed all of my deaths. Like I had all my deaths in the video recorded, and then I made a montage and I synced it up with music.
Yeah.
Right? And so that ended up being like one of the funniest bits that I was like proud of. Right? And the next one was just timely, and this one was kind of one where like it was still good, but it was a little bit rushed, right? Because I'm like, the update just dropped tonight, right? So I got on, I started freaking out about the game, going like, oh my gosh, like we're so back, right? Like the Illuminate just dropped, and all of the Helldivers are back in, like they're back. There's the car, there's a bunch of other stuff. Like there's a bunch of content for the game that I'm so excited to play around with and stuff, right? Ended up being probably my shortest Helldivers video at like 5 minutes long, and it ended up being received okay. It got like 3K views.
Yeah.
Right, where it's like that's pretty decent for a low effort video that I just kind of posted because I was excited about the new update that came out the same day. And then there's the next video, which I don't know what. I kind of think I know what's going wrong, and that's that the audio is confusing, because what it is, it's a compilation of my best jokes.
Yeah.
Because it's the best of Robot Pineapple 2024, and I think that it's a video that might do better over time when more people get introduced to my channel.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's one that's more an over time thing, where like, especially like you people who have been watching you for ages like me, it's like I don't want to go back and watch every single video to remember the jokes from 2024, and so I'll go and I'll watch the compilation of the best jokes, etc., from 2024.
And so I think I'm just going to, what I'm going to do. So what I did is I put the best like thumbnail, like the best performing thumbnail in my opinion, besides the Stalker 2 ones.
Yeah.
So because I did the no reinforcements one again, right? And like I really like the background where you can see my other thumbnails. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right, like you can see all the previous thumbnails in there. It looks pretty good, and it's what Smitty does and what a bunch of other YouTubers do. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. But my best of video, like, it doesn't need to be the best performing immediately. It's for like people to go back and go like, oh yeah, I remember that joke. I remember that.
Exactly. Right? The best stuff is to remember the jokes, and then decide if, hey, it's gonna be, that's where this joke came from. It's from this type of video, so I can go find it easier, etc.
Yeah. And it's so funny. It's like, because and then my next one is the car one. Now this one is a success, and what it taught me is that I don't need to script anything, or I don't need to force a joke, because this is the first one where it was just me, just Daniel, and just Chris, and there was one partly with McCain, but when we had this session with McCain, and this is probably going to be just the truth, like I have something called like what I believe that certain members of our friend group are camera ready, right? Which is like where they are experienced enough to know what a good performance is or something, right? Where they know when a bit is actually funny and when to do something, right? And McCain is somebody I would definitely say is not camera ready, because sometimes the bits come across as like maybe a little bit personal or just a little bit awkward timing or something, right?
Yeah.
Like inside jokes and stuff too, right? Like, and then there's like, and then there's Colby, who, like, nothing against him at all and stuff, nothing against McCain either, but the Colby is just mostly quiet and stuff. Like, he's just somebody where
Colby
like,
is a more reserved person.
Yeah, and so he's just somebody that's like, yeah, I'll play with you, but like, I know you're not gonna be the one that's making the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not gonna be the one in game that's making like all the jokes and stuff. or
Yeah,
whatever,
you'll
right?
be.
Like,
I have to agree. You'll be Colby. You'll be in the game to keep me talking, to give me content to joke about.
Okay.
I do have to
Yeah.
agree there, because if I invite him, I know like the talking itself is a little bit more natural from me, because I've got Colby, but yeah, any comedic content that happens in my streams, I do have to agree. Feels like it's a little bit more on me,
Yeah.
and I use
This is
stuff
the tragedy.
Colby says,
So
etc.
I'm skipping ahead now because there's two videos, but there's a I changed the title of this video to just kind of see if it would boost the performance or anything.
Yeah.
And it didn't really change anything. Like, people were still clicking on it and stuff. But so I changed it so that not every single stalker video is titled the exact same. Right?
Yeah.
But just with a different variant of the word, right? So this one was the third stalker video, and it was one of my favorites. And this is where I learned how to sort of color grade my thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
And mess with the and really like dive into some of that Photoshop stuff too. Like, just like, because like I'm putting the Batman face on and putting a stalker hood on it, and then manually making the glowing red eyes, because I was trying to get like a red eyes without the background,
Yeah.
and like it would always just be way too like light, or like there would be something so wrong with it that I'm just like, I'm not using that. Like, I'm going to be just making my own. So I like looked at the colors and then just like, it's like, okay, I'll just change the opacity and blur it, right? Like, and so that's what I did. Like, I literally just had a brush and put 2 white spots where the eyes were, and then just put a bunch of red over it and stuff. So that, like, the white spots made it look like it was glowing, and then red made it look like that the light was going to the side, like a what's the word? A light blur. I don't know what it's called.
Beam. I don't know.
Lens flare.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and then the next one, so, it actually doubled views. So the next one, I was worrying it was going to be worse performing than my, than my Space Marine video.
Yeah.
Because it seriously was stuck at like 100 views, and the impressions were going up, but the click-through rate was not.
Yeah.
And so this is something where I'm like, okay, the title or thumbnail was wrong or whatever, but there's not very much wrong with the thumbnail. I think objectively it's still a good thumbnail. It's just that maybe there's better competition, and maybe people that are more loyal to the game, right?
Yeah.
Like more content creators are more loyal to the game, so that's what people are gonna click on or whatever, right? But this is something where I realized that Ethan, he is like the most camera ready person like in our group, right? Like he knows perfectly when to do everything, right? Like he knows how to make a bit like the funniest bit ever, right? And like, and he still keeps it PG and stuff. Like, he's not like, it's not like he's swearing up a storm or whatever, right? Like, to make it a funny bit. It's just something where it's like, for some reason, he has all of these like references and all this stuff just like in his head, and so he'll just say it off of a whim, right? And it'll just be like, it'll catch you off guard because you're like, whoa, dang, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, I didn't even realize I could make that kind of joke, right? Like, and then like like, and then just leading up, building up, and then I figured out that like building up to something in that video like is pretty good. It didn't do very much for audience retention, but it made it so that the very end of the video felt like it was the end of the video, right? Because like it built up and it built up and built up and built up until like he kicked Chris from the game so that he could win, right? Like. So he literally cheated, and we all got mad at him, and we were screaming at him at the very end of the game. And then as like the thing started fading away, my outro played. And then there's the next Stalker 2 video, and this one is one that I remember very recently because I did this twice in a row. And what it was is that I watched a tutorial of like you make a pretty good thumbnail that's going to captivate an audience, right? And then you make a good title.
Yeah.
But I basically just copied word for word a title that I just did before. I changed it now so that it's a little bit different, but ultimately it's still like a plagiarized thing. Even the new one, I just copied another Stalker 2 YouTuber, but I changed some of the words, so it's like it's just a variant, but it's the same structure of the other guy's thumbnail. Anyways, so what I figured out is that you want to like copy your thumbnail, like sorry, not your thumbnail. You want your thumbnail to match the first 5 seconds of the video. So like because what the psychology is, the people are hovering over your channel, over your video, and they're seeing they're seeing the video and the title, and then when they click it, they expect that title and the thumbnail to like the video to immediately satisfy the desire that they came for, right? And so that's one of the things that I know now with that video, and one of the reasons why I'm critical of people like Cloud Plays and stuff is because that's not what they do, right? Their titles are all clickbaity and stuff, and they save what's in the title and in the thumbnail until the very end. They withhold that information from you so that you stay for the whole video or at least skip through it, right? And so that's something where I'm like, that's just scummy, right? Especially if it's about one tweet, right? And then they just like hype up the whole like thing because what they're banking on, in my belief, is that you get all the stuff that in the first couple minutes that's just about the game and not any of the news, and then you leave because all of the news is literally all just filler, right? Like that's honestly like a conspiracy I believe in now, because like there's enough people that are giving them positive comments. I'm like, have you guys seen this guy? Like, did you guys watch the full videos? Yeah. Like, but I don't actually care that much about their audience. I just know like the thing that I care about that I'm kind of disgruntled by is that like the space that Helldivers has on like YouTube and stuff is just so weird. Like it's like it's weirder than Sea of Thieves, where Sea of Thieves people will try to do like challenges and fun stuff and like, oh, we met the most unhinged person in the game or something, right? We met so many cheaters or whatever, right? And they tried to tell stories and stuff. And like they do that with Minecraft too, with PvP and other things. But Minecraft's the most versatile one because you could do anything in the game. But with Helldivers, it's like the only thing that people that the community is known for is like the YouTubing community, at least, is doing the news stuff, the guide stuff, the other things, right? And like and just like I'm like, I want to see some funny Helldivers YouTubers, because this is a game, and the reason why I care about it so much is because of how funny it is, right? Like this is something where it's like it's a fun game, and there's fun tools
game,
and
there's funny,
and
hilarious content that can happen in it.
Yeah,
agreed.
And like people just don't record it. Like they're just like, Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they do. But they're not the forefront. The forefront is people that are like, hey guys, let's keep you up to date on everything that only unemployed people would pay attention to.
Yeah.
Right? And like that's something where I'm like, what? Like I want I think this game will succeed more if it's more general, right? So like there's actually several YouTubers in my latest one that were all commenting, and none of them are slop YouTubers. They all have their own niche within the niche of Helldivers that they fill, right? And so my niche like is almost a niche in the Helldivers community, but I don't necessarily want to be known as just the Helldiver, right? Because if I get like even 10K subs just from Helldivers, from filming Helldivers and stuff, right? Like being a variety YouTuber now and getting my subs from a variety of different locations. Like I have hundreds of people who subscribed for Stalker 2.
Yeah.
I have hundreds of people now that have subscribed for Helldivers 2, right? But I also have like not hundreds, but like just below that subscribed from Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Right. And I had 12 people that did Sea of Thieves. I had like maybe 2 people from Space Marine or whatever, right? And like 8 people from the Prop Hunt or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So like there's something where it's like altogether, like this is still a good trend to have. Like make my audience not make my audience, but get my audience from everywhere. Like it's like the saying of like don't put all your eggs in one basket. And like for me that means like making sure I'm not only doing one video, like sort of one game, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. The genuine question. So, reflecting back to the prop hunt video specifically, why do you think that one necessarily didn't do great? Because
well, one of the things. So I'm actually gonna figure that out right now. So I'm gonna Google prop hunt. Actually, it's yeah. And then I'm gonna see. There's. I'm gonna just put some filters on and do this week, and I'll do view count. So I'll look at the very, very top one. It's in a different language. There's a prop hunt in Pokemon, 1, right? So there's one good thing that this app is good for. The vidIQ app.
Yeah.
And that's that it tells you a score, right? Of like how much people are searching for this. And here's why I think it was bad, is because there's like there, so with the volume of people that are searching for it it's still pretty high, but like not really high. Like and this is something where I don't actually know the actual statistics, because all it does is it shows in like red, orange, yellow, and green. Like green usually means like go for it, right? Yellow means like consider it, right?
Yeah.
And then red usually means don't do it. Cause so red is so the volume is like it's okay, right? It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's not the best, right? Helldivers is in the green. But the competition, here's the other part. So it's okay. The amount of people searching for it is okay. It's good enough.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that are making this kind of content is really high. So I have to compete with a ton of people that all have like, and then this thing. It's loading too long, but it's just it's just it usually shows like top channels and how like the average subscriber and stuff. It's not doing
Yeah.
that. It's taking a long to load.
Okay.
But now what I can look at is like, so I've added 2 filters. I added a filter where it's this week and it's new, right?
Mhm.
Like so, and I filtered by view count. So
Yeah.
the top ones are the most successful. So one of the things that I think that my channel or that with my video why I didn't succeed is because I didn't try to package my video like these guys. So there's one video, it's a short, and it's okay to get some inspiration from the short.
Yeah.
But what it is, it's called Trolling in Murder Mystery 2 Prop Hunt Part 5, right? But so trolling, that's something that I think that people are probably looking for. So if I said trolling my friends in Prop Hunt,
Yeah.
right? That's probably a good title. Like probably. I don't know how well it would work. But if I say that, right? Like that looks like it might do well because I didn't change very much from their thing, but maybe Murder Mystery 2 and it being Roblox and it also being a short does boost it up a little bit, right? But and then there's a lot that are just in a different languages. Then there's one that's Prop Hunt in is like a Prop Hunt 2000 IQ, and it's a Call of Duty Prop Hunt, right?
Yeah.
So smart plays in and it's a clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay. I was just
This-
curious because honestly,
I think that it mostly is that my thumbnail was probably not the best, along with that my title wasn't like clickbaity enough. Like it wasn't mimicking the stuff. Like actually, I'm gonna Google widget.
yeah. Yeah, I was just curious because honestly, of a lot of your videos, that's one of my personal favorites, actually. And maybe it's just because part of my brain, when I watch it, is like I remember it brings back the nostalgia of playing it for the first time and how much fun it actually was.
So
Session
this
was.
So here's something that's really bad with widget now. So with widget, there's the top video that I filtered it, so it's this week and it's filtered by views. So the top view is at the top, and the top one is 3K views, and the next down is 500 views.
Oh.
And it's not even the same game.
What?
It's Rocket League for some reason.
Oof.
And then there's another one that's actually widget. And then it stops. There's just there's no actual real views. It's all people just saying widget, right? So Prop Hunt is something people still search for, right? But they don't care. I don't think they care what game like the Prop Hunt game is. So I would have to package it like it's Prop Hunt, right?
Yeah.
Of course, widget actually is like Smitty and Grizzy. So like Smitty's friend group, they still got millions of views from it, but that's ultimately, I think, I don't know. Like
That's
he consistently gets millions of views, and I think there's an audience that's specifically there for him. So I don't know if it's necessarily because of the games. Right? I think he's one of the people where he makes the games popular for a moment.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's probably a case of they genuinely enjoy Smitty, and so whatever Smitty plays, they will watch.
Oh yeah, like I literally just watched him play a Roblox video, like for his first time, like.
But yeah, that's my exact point. Like one of my So I've talked about sparkles in this podcast stream, etc. But another one of my favorites that I also reflect back to is Moo. Brock, Moose Knuckle, like part of the Vanos crew, etc., who's done videos in the past off and on with Smitty. And
with Smitty,
like,
yeah.
I really enjoy Moo. I really like Brock because he tries to keep it family friendly as much as possible, and he like just he
Yeah.
I like him personally, and so like
So
it's a case of anything Brock has played, I'll watch. I don't care
so
what it is, and so I think it's probably that same case with Smitty. Is it's people like me who it's like I like this person, I could care less what they're doing.
yeah. And so that thing that I just did is the thing I learned from a tutorial, and it's already proven to work. Because my latest 2 stalker videos, well, one's got almost 10K views, and 10K views are like pretty normal for my stalker videos.
Yeah.
But what's not normal is the latest one, which has 4.3. This is the lowest performing Stalker 2 video, and I knew it was eventually not going to keep up, right?
Yeah.
This is not a pace that was going to outperform my Helldivers content forever.
Yeah.
Because Helldivers is live service. This game is technically like, it's an RPG, right? It's something where it's like, it's going to have a final update when it's in a good enough state.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, they're actively working on improving some of the AI, but like that's something where it's like, there's a lot of players who have probably already finished the game and are moving on to a different one. So I don't know how much the demand actually is there, right? So that's something where I'm like, that's probably something where like there's a niche community where if I keep playing these types of games, they would subscribe, but they're only there for the stalker stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so that's something where I'm like, I'd rather make it like my final one somewhere down the line, like maybe March or something. Like, but I would still record every session that I have, and just because I'm not running out of space yet. I'm running out of space for my game storage actually, which is why I was considering uninstalling Sea of Thieves, and then it's funny because then McCain's like, "Oh wait, why?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Like we've been playing this game on and off for so long that like I'm surprised that that's the. Of course, I think I would still make some videos with Sea of Thieves if we were all. Well, not if we were all, because I only need 3 other people. If there was 3 other people that wanted to make a video, right? But I don't want to play. So that's the problem. Sea of Thieves is in a spot where I would want to experience the new update and make a video about it, but I don't want to play the game unless I'm making a video. That's the difference with Sea of Thieves and everything else. Like for example, Minecraft is something where I want to play the game so badly that I don't want YouTube to ruin it. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's for something it's like I'm going to be playing a bunch of games in between, but when I play Minecraft, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to have like writer's block or anything because I'm not playing because I am pushing for something, right? Like, I gotta make the best thing. I gotta make this build alive. Like, I want to do the stuff that I just feel like doing.
Yeah.
Like, and so yeah. And so that's the latest world I've been playing has been really darn fun and relaxing for me because I just straight up like I don't have any.
You have no goals per se, like. That you feel like you have to strive for. Stuff happens as it happens, and when it happens, it's cool.
I'll go through my Minecraft channel, well, a little bit, but I'm gonna finish the last 2 videos. So, the very latest full-length video that I did for my Helldivers stuff. So, like, this is the thing I learned. Was like I put in the meme again because I consistently put in memes into my thumbnails all the time. Besides, I guess my well not consistently, on and off, but I was like, okay, this is gonna be a funny video, so I'm gonna be putting a meme in there to let people know it's funny, right? And to know that I'm the guy who puts memes in thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Then what I did is I googled Helldivers 2, and I literally clicked like because it was the day that the update came out, and so everybody was talking about the update.
Yeah.
And I copied one of the first of all, the most related to my video, and then I just straight up like I copied it. Like I didn't completely plagiarize it.
Yeah.
But I did
copied
copy
certain
and paste
aspects
it.
of
And
it.
then I changed some stuff. So there's a video, and I don't think they're mad at me at all because they have hundreds of thousands of views right now.
Yeah.
But they're like a short, I think, or at least like a 2 or 3 minute video, right?
Yeah.
And what their video is called is Helldivers 2 New Update in a Nutshell, right? And mine is called Helldivers 2 Servants of Freedom. So the name of the update instead of the new update in a nutshell. And then I added a bracket. They added Crusades because my original title is they added Crusades into Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, that title's not gonna. I don't feel good about that title, right? But I think it'd be funny to say, like, the Crusades, right? They added Crusades or whatever, because then it matches my thumbnail because that's what that guy is known for.
Yeah.
Right? The Leper King is known for like having the Crusades come to him and help defend Jerusalem and stuff. So that's what the movie's about and stuff. And so like that's where I'm like, okay, yeah. So I like the idea of keeping it in the title, right? But I want to, I want to. So, but I basically just like copied the title because if it's working for somebody else, that's the philosophy that I learned from the thing. If it's working for somebody else, you know that the title does work. That the title statistically works, right? And so then you know that maybe the thumbnails work, right? So that's the thing that I learned in the next one, is that hey, like, but is that your thumbnails you can kind of copy your thumbnails, like what are they doing? And so the thing though that like kind of was like it was so darn easy to copy the thumbnails for the Cloud Plays one. I'm like, I wonder how they're automating it. I'm wondering how much like the thumbnail guy is getting paid because it's so darn easy to just copy what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like with the thumbnails. And so all I did was just like he said what, and then I put a Helldiver in there. I stuck some poorly cropped screenshots of what was happening and stuff, and then I just slapped them in there, just kind of not really paying attention to the structure. The one thing I forgot is the game logo, because they always slap the game logo in their thumbnails. But you see the Helldiver, like why put the logo in twice?
I have to agree with that one.
I mean, I did put in the title for the second one, right? Because this is new. Sorry, for the previous one, because this is new armor. You might not know that this is Helldivers, right? Yeah. Like, and so it's something where it's like, hey, this is in Helldivers now. Like this thing, and I didn't put a Helldivers in the thumbnail front and center. I put a character from a movie front and center, right? Yeah. Like I put a meme, like without even editing it, just putting the meme straight in there. And so now like people, they see the meme first, but then right where the meme is, they also see Helldivers. Like, wait, what? They put that in the game, right? Or something, right? And then you see the face of the actual armor next to him, and you're like, oh yeah, that does kind of look like him, right? Like, and so, yeah, and then like the title, like just like goes like, oh, here's the new update in a nutshell and stuff, right? Like, but so then the latest one, I learned that because this is something I was watching. I was watching a tutorial on how to do shorts YouTube, like how to be a shorts YouTuber, like how to get your shorts to be successful. And so this wasn't initially made to be a short, but I was kind of going through the motions of the video that was a tutorial was like, you want to save your payoff for last, but you want to like satisfy. You still want to satisfy your viewers in the first 5 seconds, right? So the first 5 seconds was, it's been 24 hours. What? Right? We got to do something, right? Because my title is during a content drought.
Yeah.
Right. And so 24 hours, like, oh no, I'm in a content drought. I haven't posted. I haven't posted.
Yeah.
Right. And so it immediately sets the tone of what this video is going to be. It's a joke. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's a poking fun at people. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a minute long, so people were watching it going like, I can stay here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the payoff at the end, I think a lot of people said they really liked it. In fact, there's a ton of people who they don't even say anything. They just quote some of the stuff they heard in the thing. Like one person is just like, yeah, like one just goes like, Chef Pack, right? They heard it wrong. I said Chef Hat, like it was a drop or something coming in, right? And then yeah, and then there's another one. Trying to find, there's so many. I have to look at these carefully. Yeah, someone says it'd be really funny if they added an automaton muffin factory. Because I that's what I said something like that in the very end of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
While I'm thinking about it and everything, because we're kind of on the topic of YouTube and everything, I want your like flat out stated permission before I do this, but like I'm gonna be labeling this something along the lines of it with your permission. Webfishing podcast with Robot Pineapple.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how the like at things work, but if you do that where it's like at like it's not at Robot Pineapple. It's at like you'll see my hook at the on my actual channel.
Mm-hmm.
But like because like if you do like at Robot Pineapple, it's something different. It might even be. No, it's not, because my hook, like it's somebody random out there. Because my hook for my second channel, like my Minecraft channel, is just it has a 3 and an underscore instead of a space and an E.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like, or no space and an E, I should say.
Yeah.
So there's something really funny with my Minecraft channel, and I'm gonna be really quick because I'm not going to talk about for very long. But there was a mindset I had when making this channel specifically, and that was I did intend it to sort of maybe take off, right? Not take off as in like, oh, I'm gonna go viral, but there was still the expectation, like even though like the first video that I posted was not meant to go viral, it's just like I'm doing this, like I've made a statement, I'm doing this for me, right? It doesn't matter what, like even right now, like there is still part of me that goes like, I want this video to go viral, right? And you like I get distracted sometimes at my assignment, just like going like, oh, I should check my phone to see if my video got more than 10K or something, right? Like, and just be like, I kind of want it to be so uber successful or whatever. So, but here's the thing though, I was comparing views all the freaking time, right? And what I know now is that none of these views meant crap. Like they meant nothing, right? All of these views like these aren't views at all. Like you are not getting views if you got like 300 views or like my most like if I filter this by popular, my most viewed video is, it's pretty obvious which one it is. It's the one with like my actually like pretty impressive build in the shot in the thumbnail, right? Like with but the thing is, there was no thumbnail design. That's just a screenshot that I took during the time lapse, right? And so what it is, it's just me flying around my world, like exploring it and going like, hey, look how cool this is, right? And the title is not very great, right? And the thumbnail is not that great either.
Yeah.
But it's the best on my whole channel. Right? And then but here's the thing though that I was doing on this channel. This channel started to become a variety game channel. So one of the things that ended up happening, so I posted one episode, but then I immediately posted a video, like, and this is what it was. It was a Lethal Company modded clips, right?
Yeah.
And it theoretically was titled right at the right time. The title is Funniest Lethal Company Clips.
Yeah.
Right. And so people might actually be like, oh, that's the funniest one. That's the best stuff. But the thumbnail's awful, right? Like it's literally like just gameplay, and it just it doesn't. There's nothing funny going on in the title, right? It's just somebody wearing a balloon cap or whatever, right? I didn't bother making a title, right?
Yeah.
And so, or not a title, a thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Right.
Yeah, I got
And
what
so
you were saying.
But here's the biggest thing. I saw the amount of views that I got on my first video, right? And go like, okay, so 50 views is going to be probably my average. From what? Oh, from the video. Good. Okay. Okay. So it might get promoted again. Well, so your audience is probably going to sleep now. That's something that I was noticing.
I think it's a good video. I think thumbnail is good. What do you think? Do you think my thumbnail is good?
This? I think it's fine.
It's
But
it's like as basic as what? that's how it feels.
It's like it's inoffensive. Like people looking for a rating or something, right? Like they could be interested, right? This is something where it's like you're not really going to know how successful it is, because the Helldivers 2 community on YouTube, that's the problem that I was like kind of frustrated at. It's just not really a thumbnail I can copy, because they're all garbage.
Well, the one that I made didn't copy anybody.
I know. Oh, and yeah. Yeah, and you totally could do something like that, where maybe it's the first bit of your video.
I basically just watched Erwin's video of the Christmas video, what they said, but that's and I ignored it. So I have gameplay footage where Erwin did not have. He had only gameplay footage in the background.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna finish my thought with Steven, and then I'm gonna log off. Because
It's getting pretty late and you have stuff in the morning. Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily have stuff. I gotta make sure, because tomorrow I actually don't have an assignment.
Oh.
I theoretically would be able to sleep in, but I can't because Ethan has school. I'm the only one that can legally drive. So, well, besides Daniel,
get him there. Yeah.
Like he could theoretically walk, but he's not going to wake up that early, and it's going to be pretty cold and stuff. And I already said I would do it.
Yeah.
And I needed to let you know the gas gas in the tank. There's no gas. Pretty much. So. No, in the morning after we drop them off. You want to go right now? I guess we could. There's no stopping. Yeah. Okay, so to finish my thought, I posted a Helldivers video on the Minecraft channel, right?
Mhm.
But this isn't like this is me. This is also me like watching the help YouTubers or whatever, like help yourself
Yeah.
get a new channel, right, and stuff, right? Like I think after I get to 1K on my real channel, what I might do is start posting Minecraft stuff, like legitimately, but not Minecraft stuff like, hey, I'm gonna be making stuff that's like honestly completely different than this, where like this stuff I'm not deleting because
Yeah.
nothing is like bad,
Nothing-
and all of this is
yeah.
still like some of this honestly is kind of nostalgic, even though it's
Mhm.
been like only a year. Some of it's 2 years ago. And like one of it's just like shaders and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah. But I posted the Helldivers one, and my mindset was like, oh, of course that didn't succeed as well because I'm known for Minecraft, right? And I was like, but right now I'm like, no, you're not known for anything. You barely have 40 people, and like 15 of those people are all people that you know personally, right? Or could be, right? Like that,
Yeah.
and so like that's something where I'm like, yeah. So there was something that happened. So I made a like a Minecraft horror.
Yeah, I remember
video.
the Minecraft horror.
Yeah, and so I was posting consistently Minecraft, right? And then I was like, I don't really want to post a Sea of Thieves video, especially one with Jedi, right? Because
yeah.
Jedi, he is a literal sailor mouth and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a new channel that's gonna be a little bit unrestrained. Right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post it, and if it's funny, I'm gonna record it, and if it's funny, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
Right? And it was, and it ended up being like I saw that it was immediately more successful than like basically all these views combined.
Yeah.
Excluding, and I'm excluding the cinematics because the cinematics were still cool, but that doesn't mean that they got like 100, they got hundreds of views, but it doesn't mean that they were good. Still.
Yeah.
Like I think the cinematics themselves are actually still they're still pretty good.
But the cinematics are almost like, even in a Minecraft channel, cinematics are almost a slight different thing per se.
Yeah. But like so, and these things like they're well, this house is my design, and so is that. It's from 2 years ago. What are you gonna do about it? Sue me? Yeah. Specifically, nope. Almost 3 years ago. March 13th, 2022. Literally my senior year of high school. I was still in high school, but I was officially an adult when I posted that. So I was officially an adult when I started gaming YouTube. But like that's something that like my newest channel, people like aren't allowed to know. Like I will have to tell them, hey, I wasn't always good at making videos, guys. Like, you don't understand. I have two not necessarily failed, but I have two different channels that I posted before this, and they're all stuff that's like not not very entertaining. Actually, Establishing Studios isn't even featured on.
I was gonna say, Establishing Studios isn't even a featured page on your normal channel.
But so what's funny about that? About this though? Is like you're also not, but I didn't feature you mainly because just that like there's no real good reason to not feature you. Like you're still in here. I don't know why you didn't show up. Let me see.
I would say the reason for not featuring me is the featured pages list is for the, like, I don't think you could have actually featured me until recently. I think you have to have a video uploaded before you can be added as a featured page. And I had nothing that was actually, like, public until a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at the most.
Okay, so if I do my home tab and I do this, options, edit section, then I go to gaming.
GAMINGWILLIAM, and there it should be a space in there.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna do this.
But yeah, I personally would definitely give you a pass for not having me as a featured channel as of yet, because there's been no reason to necessarily feature
I think
me
the
yet
main
for
I think the
YouTube.
main reason what that's funny. Okay, so now you're featured.
Cool.
And it's like it's funny because like the featured guys that are here, like, okay, that's also funny. So, McCain, like he has the memory of a goldfish, but he forgot something that I did. So he posted like one like kind of hate comment, on my channel, kind of as a joke. But like here's the thing though, is that that's something I know that like this can actually really mess with the algorithm depending on how early it happens. So I just like I knew he was gonna be messing with like some of the stuff, and I I didn't trust his personality. So he can still comment and he can still do everything. Yeah. But he's hidden. So I actually can't see it. He's the only one that gets to see it. Right, so he thinks that he said all this stuff, but I don't even know what he said. Right, so like, for example, I had super thanks enabled, and this is how I figured out that he was actually trying to type stuff. Was because I was talking about how like I got like super thanks and stuff. He was like, oh, that was from me, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, didn't you see the comments? I was like, no. I was like, what? How'd you not? And then I was like, I think I did tell him. I was like, oh, I might have you hidden. I don't know how to unhide you. Right? Like, oh man, I'm 90 away now. Like, this literally does tick up like every 10 minutes.
That's awesome. Because
that
means you've gone up like, I want to say so for sure at least 10, but I want to say 20 or 30 in this stream alone.
Yeah, because the beginning of the stream, I wasn't at 910. I was at like 870.
Yeah, so like that's just super awesome. Something's happening now. That's awesome for you.
Well, something's happened that's been right for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna click on my. So that's something that's really funny is that the first 2 videos I've done are 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and
Yeah.
so. The top comment in my first ever video is like next big YouTube. I was gonna have because Jedi does have a channel, but
Yeah.
I am not featuring it just because he's probably not going to be very like he's busy, like pretty darn busy
Yeah.
with work and stuff, right? Like
He's busy with work,
like unless I
etc.,
like at him, like I'm not even at him. Like he probably has the channel like muted or something because he doesn't want notifications.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this came out May 20th, 2024, right? And so, like, the anniversary of my first video on this channel's coming up, and but here's the thing though, my goal going into this year, because I got like 500 subs in like 4 months.
Yeah.
So my goal, so I joined May 3rd, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal was to have 1,000 subs by that date. Now I'm like, I don't know, like what, right? Like, this is something that
As
I
it
legitimately
is, you'll
thought
probably
was, like,
have that
really
1,000 by the end of the week, if that.
hard. That I think I might even wake up tomorrow because there's 2 videos. This is the truth. There's actually 3 videos because my Stalker 2 video is still getting promoted.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing about this app is it tells me views per hour. So right now it's telling me that views per hour from my 2 latest videos. One is 92, and that's the one on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and one is 124, which is my newest one, right? And so, like those amount of like people watching the views, like combined, the amount of views is, let's see, so 5K plus about 9K, so
Yeah.
9K views together, right? And they're not even 4 days. They're not even like. Oh, yeah. It's 12 a.m. So it's let's see. So it's now Wednesday. So they're not even 4 days old.
Yeah.
Like together. So that's something where it's like 9K views. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And which is funny because both of my videos combined are like, though, like I have to compete both of my videos combined with Daniel's one video, right? Because his video is almost at, like it's almost at 9K too.
Yeah.
Like just by itself, right? So I'm like, and my videos are splitting the same views, which is fine because they're both getting pretty well received.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm actually going to officially hop off.
I was gonna
And
say
finally-
it is like basically 1 a.m. So
I
feel free.
really like talking. Okay, I just refreshed again. Another subscriber. Oh man.
Sounds like sometime this week or next week we need a party with the guys. Get together and have
maybe.
a small party
Yeah.
of some sort.
I can't host, and I also have to still be on call for Ethan just because like I'm still allowed to hang out and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, maybe we should, right? Because like you guys ultimately are some of the people that got me there, right? And it's really funny. You know what's the funniest part about this is that my parents on vacation, and they're on vacation in New Zealand, so they don't even know that I'm
Yeah.
actually going to be a real. Like I'm actually gonna hit the goal that everybody on the internet wants to hit.
Yeah.
Like
That's hilarious, but I still say it's awesome. I'll talk to McCain and myself and see what we can work out, because like this is just, it's such a big milestone, especially for you. And I think everyone in the group, every single one of the guys is going to be super proud of you. And like it's going to be a case of like,
and like
Ethan
this is the only
is definitely going to be invited. Alex, if Alex would like to join as well.
Oh, that might be fine
Possibly.
too. Then because if they're both able to come, then we don't have to worry about. Actually, my mom and dad did say that I could still have friends over, so
Yeah,
could be
like
something.
honestly,
Like, I could
they've
host it.
both
I
like Ethan's had a large portion in like you were saying, he's the most video ready one of the guys, but Alex has also made peeks into the channel, I feel like once or twice. And so I feel like, as well as I think, at least from my perspective, if I were Alex, I'd want to support you and celebrate it with you as well. But yeah, I'll start talking about it. I'll throw something in to the Discord, into our Democracy Protects channel.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, this is just so fun. But and you know what's also fun is that like Daniel is only like I'm pretty sure he's found his rhythm.
Mhm.
Right? Like he's like he jumped significantly. Like he was at 40 and he's at 115. Like or maybe it was more like, hey Daniel, where did you start before your video released? He started at 45, and he's now at 115. Like that's crazy. Like there's how much is that? That's more than 60. That's more than 60 subscribers off of one video, right? Exactly 70. Yeah. Yeah. I can't eliminate 5. I can't do math. Right. Man, this is just so hard to get off the call because it's so freaking fun to talk about this. It's so fun to be excited about this.
No, I agree. Like,
Something else that's also kind of funny is that like I look at the time and I'm like, oh, it's 1:35 or something, and then I'm like, yep, gotta keep talking till 1, right? Because I'm like, I gotta end the conversation, right on an even number, right, or something. Like, okay, that's when I'm getting off. Right, but that's not necessarily when I'm going to sleep either, though.
yeah.
But yeah, Ethan will force me awake, and then I'll have to go get gas
Yeah.
and stuff too. Luckily, I have caffeine. Or just
Anyway.
or such an occasion.
Yeah. Just so that you can make sure you're safe and everything tomorrow morning, I am going to jump out of the call officially. I threw a message into the Discord so we can start trying to arrange that. And stream, I'll let you know when... Yeah, I'll put in a vacation day here on YouTube so that there's no confusion when that gets settled, because it's going to be on a streaming day during stream times. But, yeah, just because I figure I'll talk to my stream, too. Anyway, we'll see you later. Possibly talk to you tomorrow or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
I accidentally cast it out in my game, so I'm gonna hurry and catch this fish before I hang up. Peace, Russell. I truly am excited for you. This is so awesome. Okay, stream. With that said and done, we're gonna catch this last fish, and we are gonna finish the YouTube podcast slash just the stream as well, but the YouTube podcast, because that is definitely what this portion will be titled on YouTube, is something along the lines of YouTube podcast with Russell. Yeah, if anyone is watching a VOD, watching this live, etc., y'all should check out Robot Pineapple on YouTube. He is one of my favorite people. I've got a link, or I've got his YouTube channel posted in one of my about links in here on Twitch, as well as if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, he is one of my featured people on YouTube. We just got back from ads, so I'll quickly just go over that again in case we have people who were watching ads and who are just lurking. We're gonna end the YouTube podcast here. We let Russell go because it's getting pretty late. I've been going for almost 11 hours now for this stream, but just on top of that, it's getting real late here where we live. I'm super excited and ecstatic for Russell. If anyone is watching this here on Twitch live or now, y'all should follow him or subscribe to him on YouTube. And it is Robot Pineapple. He is linked in here on Twitch in one of my about sections. Anyway, let's find someone for us to raid now. We're just gonna find, we're gonna go for the family friendly tags, because I do not see, no one who we know immediately is live. Okay, cool. I found someone for us to raid. They are playing Fortnite right now. And here in this /raid control V. Cool. Let's get that started. Guys, thank you for any and all support. For myself or for my friends. Honestly, the guys who I have in my suggested link stuff on YouTube or here on Twitch, they are some of my real life friends. I personally know them and I support them. They are some of the best guys in the world. And they just mean a ton to me. And any support to them means a lot to me as well. I appreciate all support here on Twitch during live, or here on the VODs, or on YouTube in the VODs. Thank you. Peace out. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.